All right. Hey, welcome everybody. It's post OAX time and lots of stuff for us to talk about tonight. We've got a green room full of attendees and probably more on the way since I had a few other people who RSVP'd who are not here yet. But for those of you who made it to OAX last week, you know an spectacular event. If I don't know how to clarify it. I think Gene Park said it's the Super Bowl of art cons, and we appreciate comments like that after the show, especially after all the work went into it. But it was pretty amazing. I mean, lots of things to feel really proud about. I think as a community and as a team, we put together a great show. Certainly topped our expectations on many levels and exceeded year two in attendance and just overall, I think, and excitement, right? I mean, when you walked around two halls that were as large as those and saw them filled with attendees and exhibitors all day long, that was pretty amazing. I think I said this numerous times throughout the weekend. I'm sure Kazra and other people felt it too. I mean, I had goosebumps. It was just amazing to see so many people so excited and to feel that kind of energy on the floor throughout. It really, well, we can say it's really a 3-day show now, right? So without further ado, I'm going to bring on some guests. But I will say I have to give a huge shout out to number one Marvel fan. He knows the candy that I like, and I've already eaten all 3 boxes since I got home. It was great energy post OAX, and they were very much appreciated, as were the 1,000 grands that Lance Suarez gave me. Those are all gone as well. So who do we got in the green room here? Let's bring in everybody. We've got Steve Davich. We've got Wonder Effin' Woman. We've got James Siegel, Alberto, and the man who said we are the Super Bowl of Comic Art Fest, Gene Park. Welcome one and all to the show. How is everybody doing?
Very
Good
good.
evening.
Amazing.
Well,
we're all home. We all caught up on our sleep.
And I'm still in my post OAX glow, man. I've had cigarettes and 3 cold showers, and I don't even smoke.
That's the only way to get through it. That's it. That's the cure. Cold showers and cigarettes all at the same time.
While in your shower, right?
Wow. I have not tried that myself. I don't think I will. For those of you that have, I applaud.
I heard they're good with Mike and Ike's, Bill. Give it a shot.
All right. Hey. Well,
No. This is a PSA. Don't do it.
So I know that some of you are. Gene, you had to leave early, right? You weren't able to stay all the way through the end of the show. Is that true?
That is true. I, along with many others living in the Northeast, either bailed on Saturday night or Sunday morning, very regrettably. I mean, we've been looking forward to this for weeks, months even, and it was disappointing. But, crammed in as much as I could in 2.5 days, and it was still worth it. Like I said, I think it is our hobby, and it's must-see TV, must attend. So still had a great time over 2.5 days.
Just compressed.
Yes.
Well, at least you got home safe and sound. I know that there were some people I think just got home yesterday. I think even Colin wasn't able to catch a flight until I think today. So there's a lot of people. Too many people got stuck in Florida or in southern states. It just made for some slowdowns. But while you were here, you had a great time, and that's all that's all that matters. I would assume. Highlights for the weekend. I mean, there were many for me, but Alberto, who is muted at the moment. He's our Mac man over there. Alberto, give us one of your highlights from the weekend.
One of my highlights is really getting to meet everybody, not only the folks on the chat, but just getting, you specifically, Mr. Siegel, but just getting to hang out with people. Not a lot of stuff happens in the West Coast except for San Diego, so I don't get a chance to see all those East Coasters unless it's at OAX. So, yeah. And Jill and David, you too.
I got to walk past Dave Hitch 3 times during the show and say hi, right, and a fist bump. I think one of those was you coming in on preview night too.
Bill, I would love to sit and talk with you, but I feel like you have important things to do, and talking to me is not one of them. Because I don't even, whatever I have to say to you is not important at that moment. So I would be walk by and I'll be like, I noticed you, Bill, and that's it. I think it's good enough.
he didn't have.
We
the
all feel that
talk
way,
to you, though.
Steve. It's not just with Bill. We all feel like anything you have to say is not that important.
I know that you walked past me many times, Alberto, many times.
Well, that's I wouldn't say there's always something going on, but we can always stop to talk. But Jill, what about you? A highlight of the weekend?
OAX is like summer camp for comic art collectors. You see these people that you sadly only probably get to see in person once a year. And so honestly, I will never bring my husband along with me to the event because he's just going to be so bored of like me stopping and talking to people. And he's going to be like, who's that? Who's that? I'm going to like, don't worry about it. I'll tell you later. But it truly is like summer camp for the comic art collectors that are involved in CAF and are involved in their local shows. And so we're just like one big family. I feel like I have a family that's the Texas family because I'm in Texas, the Texas collector family, the CAF collector family, and then some groups that I was a part of as a result of COVID that I never would have met these folks without COVID happening. And then us just gathering together to talk to artists on Saturday nights because of COVID. So it truly is like summer camp. And I just love getting to spend time with everybody. I go there for the artists, but I go there for the people, the other collectors just as much.
I'll have to say, Jill, I feel pretty much that way. I had my fiance there on Thursday night, and I feel bad for her. In the 2 hours that we're there for dinner and drinks, I think she was overwhelmed with all the people coming to say hi and talking to her and trying to introduce themselves to her, that I feel like she had enough of all of us after a couple of hours. So
we're a special level of nerd that not everybody can take.
Yeah.
In a good way. Obviously, I'm part of the community, so I'm not bashing the community at all.
Yeah, well, on the summer camp thing, so I, people reach out to me that weren't on the show, massive FOMO, by the way, if they weren't on there, asking me, did I see this artist or did I find this art or, did I go through all the portfolios? I had to disappoint them all. Like my entire weekend was social in nature. It was the events that she had set up. It was talking to the artists. It was seeing the people. My actual highlight was seeing Dan Marisano or Duke Fleed. He's one of my longest connections within the hobby. It's been 10 years. We've had 1,000 conversations. We've exchanged holiday cards. We've exchanged gifts. He's a unique individual, but I've never met him. Like he's up in Canada. So this is the first time I got to meet him in person. And that was nice. He lived up to all expectations, for better or worse. No, it was nice meeting him.
It was nice meeting him. It really was. Him and his wife. His wife was very nice too. But I'm going to echo Jill, echo everybody. There's two things, At one point, I remember walking.
Hey guys, hold on 1 second. I can't hear anybody. I got to switch up my sound.
Okay.
We're not going to stop the show for you, Noel.
Everybody stop. Knowles.
I mean, he's here. Show us your stingray.
So I remember walking through just to start looking at binders and portfolios. And at one point I was talking to somebody and it was like 4 people later before I could even get to one and say, I can't talk to you anymore. I'm not even getting to look at any art right now. It was a half hour.
Leave me alone.
To the preview. And I haven't even looked at anything yet, but I mean, that's pretty awesome. Like you see all these people, you want to talk to them. They want to talk to you. And I would like to add that the Kirby Awards was awesome too, it being outside, and I really, really felt we were watching something historic, something very historic. Seeing the first one, I got choked up a couple times. It was really, really nice, and I don't know how it could have been more perfect. The Kirby Awards, it was great.
Well, that was a 2-year journey that Casper spearheaded, so I can tell you it was a lot of work to bring it all together, get all the the proper people involved, and it was a fantastic first event, and I think that it's only going to grow from there. There's so much potential with it, and so many other people that we can get involved with, as it relates to the Jack and Roz Kirby Awards, and we're really, really honored to be able to have it be a part of the show. And I think it's just going to be something that's going to get better year after year. And I'm with you. It didn't feel like it was going to happen until it happened. But yeah, Kazra deserves all the accolades for pulling that thing together. There was a lot of moving parts and a lot of people to get on board, and he and Rob did a great job hosting the event. And yeah, just I can't say I can't give him enough credit, because I mean he worked his ass off for that. But curiosity for each of you, and I'll start with Gene. We'll kind of work our way around here. On preview night, I mean, what was the first thing you wanted to do? I mean, it's something that, you only had 2 hours in the hall. I mean, what were your goals in the first 2 hours of the show?
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that it was only 2 hours. So when they said that it was closing, I was a little caught off guard. But yeah, I mean, the thing about OAX is that not only do you have all the usual dealers, but you also have people, smaller, collectors/dealers setting up that you normally don't get elsewhere. So I wanted to see what they had, and Arnaud and Bertrand Brillois, that table had a lot of stuff that was right in my wheelhouse. The Tom Coker, Steve Frizzoco, Andy Robbins table, same thing. I actually ended up buying a piece from Steve. And so those are the tables that I wanted to check out. And I also wanted to check out as much of the dealer stuff as possible. But come 5 o'clock or whenever, and they were closing down, I was a bit caught off guard. So I ended up doing most of that on Saturday.
So you got a little bit of you got some of the preliminary work out of the way, but not enough. Yeah, it was 4 to 6. I mean, I agree. 2 hours isn't a lot of time, especially if you want to get some early socializing in. But it's good to hear. You're not the only one that said 2 hours felt a little light. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll get. Kazra says David sold sold his house for some Paul Smith pages. Is that true, Steve?
It wasn't hard to do. We'll be moving out soon. No, but I did see the Paul Smith pages. I did not buy any of them. I know some people that got them.
Bill.
They were nice to look at. They were very, very nice to look at. And a little tear came to my eye because I remember seeing them for $2,000 to $3,000 when I first started collecting and going, "Oh, that's too expensive. I'm not getting them."
Yeah, I had kind of the same reaction. I mean, I don't think they were priced bad at all. I think 2 or 3 at least moved during the show. And but yeah, I mean, as somebody who's been collecting this stuff for a long time, I mean, it was just even though that's where the market is, I just had total sticker shock. I mean, it was 2018, 2019, those are $3,500 pages maybe, and now they were like 7 times that much. I mean, it is what it is, but
and they were going. It wasn't like they were just going to sit there.
No. In fact, some people thought they were priced too low, and were encouraging them to mark them up even more. So
those are haters, Gene. Those are
Yeah, really.
mark them up at the show.
They were encouraging them to do that after they bought their $25.
Right.
Oh, okay. Instant value.
Yes, exactly. No, but I was over there too. I saw him early on Saturday, and I was like, it's impossible. But then I in my mind, I said, if this one page was going to be there at the end of the day on Saturday, I would take them up on their time payment plan. And thankfully, that page was no longer there.
Oh, you don't have to stress for that now.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't have to, explain that one to Maureen, because I would have had to have sold something, Steve. Not my house, but something.
And I was looking at the exact same page, Bill, and I was telling myself, Bill's going to get it, so I don't have to get it. So it's a cascading. So we all helped each other out.
Are we talking about the X-Men 166 page? Or?
The Lockheed?
Yeah.
The first Lockheed
page. Yeah, there were a couple other really good pages, but after I saw that one, that was the only one I wanted. If that one wouldn't have been there, I probably would have liked 2 other pages. But
would have took any of them. I would have took any of them.
I know. I understand. But for you, Steve, I mean, what was your goal going in on the 2-hour window there?
I was more of a spaz when I first got in there because I didn't have anything. Right now with my collection, I have a couple things that I'm looking for, but it's more going to fall into I'll know it when I see it category. So when I got in there, I wanted to make sure I got, which I brought with me, the page I was getting from Mike Berkey. And then I went and picked up one of my commissions because I wanted to see that. And I talked to the artist for a little bit. And then really, I kind of just walked around and looked what was on people's walls. and with a couple friends and whatever else, and we chatted and we're looking at stuff, and it was just kind of more of a stroll through everything that was, getting a glimpse of everything, but not really looking at one thing or one booth, which we saved for Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So more of just, I didn't buy anything the first opening. There was one thing I should have got, didn't get it, but I'm fine with that now, and just kind of moving around and seeing, getting the lay of the land, I think, for lack of a better term.
Sure. Well, there was a lot to see, right, with the 2 rooms, knowing where everybody was at. Certain reps and artists and dealers changed locations, with Tatiana and Matt and a few others being in the first hall that you had to walk through, and then a lot of the other dealers and whatnot being in the other spot. But we had to move some people around, right? Positions changed, so even I wasn't totally used to where everybody wound up. But Jill, what about you? Did you have a game plan going in?
100%. So this guy, Terry Dodson, I was not able to get on his pre-OAX list, so I made a beeline to his table first, because now he's published on Poison Ivy and not just Wonder Woman. So I needed a companion piece for her, and was able to fortunately get on his list. I don't have it in hand yet, but he was my primary person that I was going to visit, and then just picking up like a couple of pickups that I had prearranged just to get ahead of the lines that I knew were going to be there on Saturday and Sunday. So I'll be ghetto and be the first one to do a little, like,
Oh wow,
that came out nice.
I love that little Batman. That little Batman hiding so nice. That
little Batman is super cute. So just picking up a couple of things that I knew, like, okay, well, the rest of the weekend they're going to be super busy, and
right.
Little Paula Rivera.
Paula, right? Yep.
Wow.
I don't see Jason D'Ambrosio on, because otherwise I need to give him a little crap, but he's not on. But he was giving me a hard time for getting that piece, but it was totally 100% worth it. So I was basically trying to hit up people that I knew I wanted to get on their list if possible, look at their portfolios, try to get a little bit ahead of the rush that was going to happen on Saturday was my main thing. So anyway, Matt, we've talked before in person. He was in our first year. Remember, I bought an Alex Ross from you last year.
Matt,
Thank you.
He's forgotten already.
also shout out for Bella Racklin. I was able to pick this one up out of her portfolio.
Nice.
The nice thing about being there for preview night is getting a chance at looking at some of the art before other folks do. Mm-hmm. And like, this was only $500, and she sells like $3,000, $3,500 Marvel snap art. So I'll take this for $500. It's beautiful.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah, 100%. So I was kind of trying to get the little niche things that I could before everybody else got there, like everyone else tries to do.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Bella's table was busy all weekend, and I imagine that was very smart to go over there almost immediately. Yeah. I was curious what she was going to bring as well, because I love her work, and so you scored $500 for that. 100%.
Sent about 3 people to her table afterwards, and I was just showing things in my portfolio, and I'm like, yeah, you should go check her out. Like, she's not on your radar. She 100% should be.
She's amazing.
She was the best dressed by far.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I always look to buy art from women and people of color, and like all of these fit that bill. So that was good.
Well, everybody's posting comments about things they picked up. But James, what about you? Day one, or I should say preview night?
Preview night. All right. I was going to try something different at OAX. About a few months ago, I bought a half-done jam piece. I've never done a jam piece. I don't really go around and get commissions. I get pre-done commissions, right, that I know they're going to be there. So I was going to go ahead and give this thing a shot and see how I can get some artists. I wanted to kind of get David Finch to do to one of the characters, which... again, don't know the process. Jason shooed me away on preview night and the second night, but I did get him on Sunday. And I just want to talk to him and see which artists were able to do the jam piece. But I needed 4 characters. I kind of failed, only got 2. But I'll show it. It's a big Avengers jam. I got David Finch to do Captain America right there, and Amanda Conner to do the Wasp. So I just need Thor and Giant Man. But it's
you mean you couldn't get Walt to do a Thor there? Just real quick for you.
Walt is a damn legend. He does the best Thor in history, but I didn't want a quick sketch Thor.
No, and he would have done it super quick. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, but that's why I was playing Jam Piece Collector for the majority of the show outside of networking and just chatting.
Real quick,
Lots of drinking. I did sing.
Just to add in, Malvin, I don't know if you guys know him. He had a blue line printed out of Thor for Walt to ink, and Walt will only take so much time. So on Saturday, he got him to ink the top half of Thor's body, and then came back Sunday, and Walt finished the bottom half. So that's a smart way to do it.
I mean,
Walt was
I
putting
had
in a lot of
smart way
effort
of
this
doing it.
weekend. That's for sure.
Walt was busy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he always had a line too, but he took care of pretty much everybody that came up to him, and it was cool getting to see Walt and Wheezy walk around the room when they took a few breaks from the table. I saw him in Dave Palumbo's booth for at least 10 or 15 minutes, just looking at his art, and then walking over to Julie Bell and looking at that. And they're getting to look at art too that they don't get to normally see when they go out to shows, let alone have the time to kind of walk around on the floor and just to do that sort of thing.
It was kind of fun.
It was cool to see.
It's fun. It was preview night, I think the next day, where Walt was walking around and like Casares went up there and David Finch went up to him and they were fanboying out for Walt Simonson, right? So it was like we're all fans at heart.
Exactly. Hey, Robert. Thanks for
Hey,
joining
everybody.
us.
Hi, Robert.
The best dressed collector this side of the Mississippi. So, all right, Alberto, you preview night. Give me
I
something.
thought I had it all figured out, and before preview night even started, it all got messed up. I started getting texts from people who are helping dealers. So Lance started telling me that Palumbo had a cap piece posted in his wall and that some of the pieces were starting to get sold. So as soon as preview night started, I rushed over there, and my plan had originally been to get on Alan Davis's list, and by the time I picked up the Palumbo, of course, there were 20 people at Davis's table already signing up for sketches, and then I went to Terry Dotson, the same thing. Jill was there already trying to get
Got ahead of you.
Yeah, I gave up and I just started walking around and just seeing what people had brought because, I had way too many pieces to pick up anyway. So I just started walking to artists and trying to pick up my pre-OAX commissions.
Very nice. And how many did you pick up on preview night?
Not as many as I would have liked because those 2 hours went by really quick before I realized that it was 6. So maybe I picked up 4 pieces on Friday.
All right. Well, it's another vote for preview night being a little short to get your work done. But you could have waited till Sunday to pick up your pre-OAX. They weren't going anywhere.
You know how many pieces I had, Bill. If I left everything,
all right, you had to start on Friday.
How many did you get, Alberto?
Oh, hold on. Before we do, who do you think won, Kopecky or Alberto for most pieces collected on this OAX?
Oh, geez.
I think Dim Halo with his.
Dave.
I think Dim Halo with all his Savage Land Cyclops probably won this OAX. Every time I went to an artist, they were like, "Yeah, somebody else asked. Well, somebody asked for a Savage Land Cyclops." Every single artist
next year, Alberto, it's all Savage Land cap.
Yeah,
there you go.
Showing.
You'll stand out on CAF. I know that if you start collecting that. But hey, Alberto, before we go to Newell, what do you think of the Paulo Rivera Red Sonja that Jill got?
Very nice. I totally missed it. By the time I went to Paulo's desk on Saturday, I just went there to pick up a Daredevil sketch card that I had picked up in one of the shows that he did with you earlier this year, Bill. And there were no signs of Red Sonja or anything. So,
because I had already gotten it.
Don't be mean, Alberto.
No, what happened is that Mark Hay posted a pre-Friday preview night. First person to email me gets this opportunity. That's what it was. Well, you could pick the character, and that's what it turned into. So you just weren't fast enough on the draw with Mark Hay.
All those Texans stick together. What can I say?
I randomly saw it. He didn't give me a heads up or anything. And what's hilarious is when I emailed him, and then like 20 seconds later, he texts me because he's got
Oh,
my
wow.
and was like,
Hey,
"Oh, I
Alberta.
don't know why I didn't offer that to you." And I was like, "It's okay. I won anyway."
I think you should start collecting Wonder Woman now, Alberto.
Ooh.
Think about it.
Oh boy.
It's a big enough pool. He can join in. I've already taken the cream off the top, so he can join in now if he wants.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on in.
All right.
Come on in. The water's fine in the DC collecting.
Oh boy. All right, Newell. So what was your game plan going into preview night?
I just wanted to pick up as many of my pre-show stuff as I could, just so that I had more time on Saturday and Sunday to hang out. Because like I did the JR meet and greet on Saturday afternoon. That was the last hour and a half of the show. So I figured that's a block of time that I'm not going to be on the show floor. So I might as well use that ahead of time to, pick stuff up. I only ended up picking up 3 of my 7 pieces, but that was a good start.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So what were the 3 pieces?
I got the Bianchi, I got the Jamie Jones, and what was the third one?
What were the characters, Newell?
What do you? Well, Jamie Jones was not Stingray.
Oh, okay.
Because he had done one
That's right.
previously. So, the third one was the Jeremy Wilson, the painted one.
I think you showed me that at the show. That was
Yeah. Well, he was right across from the Simone, so I was able to go bing bing.
And that was the first haul you got into. Yeah, I saw a couple of Jeremy's pieces that he did for pre-OAX. The one that Jason got was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, that Phoenix was really cool.
Phoenix was great. Yeah. How about you, Robert?
So I went in with minimal plans to get anything. I mostly was there to hang out with folks. I did have a couple of pre-show to pick up, one of which was actually a mystery sketch that hadn't been delivered yet. I got that. And so for the pre-show, I just sort of wandered around and saw what was there, but I didn't have a table to beeline for.
So just a little more window shopping, a little bit more like
Yes.
Dave Itch.
Yes, very much.
All right. I don't remember what I did on preview night, so I can't even tell you. But it went. Yeah, I agree. It went by pretty fast, and the whole evening did. But by the time 9 o'clock, who went on the bub crawl? It looks like Newell has a bub crawl shirt on, so I know he made it to the end.
Made it to the end.
Yep. There we go. Yes.
I almost died.
Robert can sing. Like I was terrible, but Robert can sing. I'll give him that.
I did hear that there were several votes for Robert being, the best singer at the
Hands
last bar.
down.
It was
Got out of line,
it was
Robert.
fun.
What do you got?
Terry Dodson stuck around till the end and hung out with us the whole time until the end of the karaoke shutdown. So that was fun.
Robert, what did you sing?
Tainted Love.
Ooh, nice.
Oh. Did anybody record it though?
Yes.
I have half of one that was done from the audience. Yes, nothing bootleg from the soundboard. Alas.
All right. Well, as everybody who attended knows, I sent out an email after the show that if anybody has any worthwhile video clips, there's a Google share. You can upload videos and photos. We like to see anything that you feel is worth sharing. But although we might repurpose it for something, you never know. But so don't post anything you don't want shared. But somebody did upload a video from it was more of a slideshow with music from Bub Crawl from beginning to end. That I haven't had a chance to. I only watched like half of it, so I didn't see anybody singing in it though. So I don't know. We'll see if it's something we look at a little deeper. Gezra wants to use Tainted Love for Snork's intro. I guess that would be fun.
Where's that
Better than the
link,
one I
Bill?
picked out. So pickups at the show. Gene, any big deals this time around, or
Not like
Looks
last
like you're
year, but I did pick up a couple of things. I have one of them here, so I'll show
Okay.
it. It's the
Wow.
Transformers
Oh.
11 cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. I have been looking for one great Daniel Warren Johnson piece, and preferably Transformers, which I'm a big fan of. And I couldn't believe when I saw this at the Coker Frizzoco Robbins booth. And so this was a preview night pickup.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know what those guys are going to have. You really don't. They're all over the place with their collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Catcher says it's nice. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And that's true with the collectors booth, just like with the Paul Smith art. You just never know what people are going to bring, right? Even with Zadig over there, I mean, you kind of have an expectation for what Zadig might bring, but you don't know. You got to check them out. I mean, as much as I like those Paul Smith pieces, I thought some of the Starlin Warlock pages were pretty darn nice as well. I'm sure you got to see all that too, Jay. But the collector tables are fun. Steve, what do you got? What'd you pick up?
The only page I got, and it wasn't from Alan Davis, but it is an Alan Davis page. Let me get that. Everybody's favorite Aquaman from the Nail. So it's got a really, really cool Aquaman on it. I always liked that character. It's Davis and Farmer. He's fighting Ocean Master. It's a really, really cool page. The only thing I wish I got it from Alan, but no, I got it from Mike. He had it on his site a couple days before, and I was able to pick that up. Only got 2 commissions. I feel like I'm weak compared to a lot of the other guys, but I like what I got.
You are.
I got Max Fiumara.
Oh, wow.
Black Widow versus Mystique.
That's nice.
Yep, and I really, really think people should get more commissions from him. He just does really, really nice work. I threw that out to him to do. I talked to him for a little bit about it at the show, and he was like, I didn't know if I could do it. But then I just started drawing it, and I think it came out great. So, yep, that was really good. And at the show, I commissioned Chris Mooneyham, who had no line whatsoever for whatever reason, to do Baron, which I think
that's fantastic.
Really, really nice too. He's doing G.I. Joe right now. I just told him to do Baroness like he was drawing it for himself, and I think that turned out nice. I wish he's just so good and underrated.
Agreed.
I wish he did more stuff. I'd love to see him like on a Hawkman book. I think that would be great. So those are the 3 I got, but I saw something at the show that I really wanted and couldn't afford, but I'm going to go back. I'm working on trying to get it. So part of going to the show, I think for a lot of people, are seeing things, talking to dealers or whatever else and saying I can't afford it now, and then working towards getting it. So that's really nice that I have a little goal post OAX. So those are the 3 things I got, and I would have been happy if I got nothing, because it's just that good of a show that I think the art takes a back seat to hanging out with everybody.
For sure.
Well, the Fiumara is fantastic. I'm in the group chat with that was talking about the show on the lead up, and I remember you mentioning that you had gotten a 2-character piece, and not knowing Fiumara's work really well, I wasn't quite sure how it was going to turn out, but that's much better than I could have ever. Now I'm jealous. I think anybody.
I was just talking to James before the show, and we were talking about commissions, and it's like, if you're a gambler, that's commissions for you, because not all of them are great, but when they hit, boy, did they hit great, and that one hit really good.
Maybe not all of yours are great.
Yeah, and don't get mad when I commission him for Black Widow versus Mystique. I mean, it won't be because
I had to come back to help you, Steve, but we're going to keep the show. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah, well, we don't want to just interrupt right in the middle of the show or anything like that.
Fighting words.
So, Jill, did you reveal all of the pieces that you picked up already in your first segment?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. I have one not in hand yet. I do have a picture of it, but not suitable to share because it's just on my cell phone. So there's no point in that. But it is. I did finally get the Terry Dodson piece. I was the last piece he did. So guess what? He didn't do any other pieces after person number 2 on prelim night.
Oh wow!
So
wow.
I mean, you got to get to him real fast. It's prelim day, couple of days on Comic Art Collectors. I did get a prelim from Adam Hughes. This one's a cover now, so it is something. I mean, whenever I go to Adam Hughes' table, I'm sorry, as a Wonder Woman collector, I basically am required to buy something. It's the rule. I don't know. I don't make them. And then if you didn't go to Phil Hester's table, you missed out. He had a really good art, super inexpensive.
Ooh.
This is a Justice League page. That's not Wonder Woman. That's a Pallet, but close enough. But I just thought it was a lot of really great characters: Hot Girl, Batman, Superman. I think that's Constantine. But really great page. This was only $200. So if you go to Phil Hester's table, you missed out. And he's
I missed out.
Nice guy. So, but then, and I did have an auction piece that I got that it's just not on my portfolio right now, but it was a Poison Ivy, and really happy with everything I was able to pick up.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, Phil. It was funny. Phil was one of the few people I wanted to meet and talk to, and I didn't even get to say hi to him this weekend. I feel terrible because he was like, he was the guy I wanted at the end of last show. Collector, artist, huge collection on calf. Yeah,
Yes.
And I totally blew it. I never saw him. I never got to say hi to him. But
We'll just have him next year, and then you can.
yes, exactly.
And then I let the cat out of the bag on Phil Hester, so his table's going to be super crowded next year.
Exactly. And now we all know we have to get to Terry Dodson's table within the first 5 minutes of the show, so you can guarantee yourself as 5.
Yeah, I mean, he did have other pre-done things for sale, but he didn't have. He had some published Wonder Woman and some published other things, Harley Quinn, and it wasn't really in my wheelhouse. So otherwise, I would have bought a page from Terry.
Now, James, did you show us everything? The jam was all you did?
No.
God,
I will say this. Speaking of Jill blocking other people from getting art, Casares was going to do my Giant Man, and then Jill's like, yeah, I jumped in line so I can get him to do this sketch card before anyone else. And I walked over
It was the hour on Sunday.
Like 20 minutes before it. But no, so I got a number of pieces. I posted one on CAF today, which was a Gen X #1 Bachalo. Oh, she's blocking me again.
Sorry, James. We're just letting Jill jump in front of you again.
She just hip checked you out of the way, man.
There we go. She's holding back on us.
Well, I didn't show sketch cards, but we can show sketch cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spare love and art, James. We're friends. It's all right. You'll have the next show. You'll get Kassar to do something, I'm sure.
No, we're all good, man. But no, I mean, I got that Pachalo Gen X #1 page. The Gen X1 villain M-Plate. It's his first panel appearance. I thought that was kind of cool on the price.
That's a great page.
It was the 2 French guys, and it was very, very reasonable. So, and then I did my Alan Davis commission pickup. That one was giving me a little bit of a heart attack. It's the most I've ever spent on an unpublished piece ever. Right? It was Excalibur, and it came out phenomenal. So I'll share that one, and I posted on CAF as well. But
yeah, that's gorgeous.
Excalibur. I gave him a panel. It was a panel on an Excalibur page as a reference, and dude just knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's Alan Davis. He's not going to not knock it out of the park, but very, very, very happy that I pulled the trigger on that. And then honestly, my highlight for OAX, I did a big trade with a good friend of mine. Traded a Silvestri X-Men page and a Howard Adams long shot and other things. And I got this Thor 427 cover.
It's gorgeous.
Ron Prince and Joe Senna. It's got Excalibur basically fighting Thor. And you can see the Juggernaut because there's a spell that got placed on Excalibur, and they think Thor's Juggernaut. And Bill, what cover is this? It's got an overlay on it. That's why it's shiny. But what does this remind you of? What cover?
Well, it's X-Men 1.
X-Men 1. So it's an X-Men 1 homage. So I was over the moon to grab this one. And so that kind of made OAX.
That's not your first Thor cover either, James.
Nope. It's my first Ron Friends one. But no, it's not my first Thor. And I had some pieces waiting for me on when I got home too from auctions. And one of my goals at OAX that I didn't fulfill was Bud Root, as you know, Bill, because you're a big fan as well.
Who isn't?
We have chats about it all the time. But I had a Bud Root piece waiting for me on when I got home. So it's up to you if you want to see it. It's not too bad.
Not suitable
is it
for work, I'm
PG?
sure.
It's not OEX related. It doesn't count.
Yeah,
Stuart,
there
go
you
to
go.
bed.
See,
James is on.
Alberto's
Stuart,
making
go to
everybody
bed.
stick to the rules.
What's that?
I said Alberto's making everybody stick to the rules.
Let me know when you want me to stop.
Oh, you better stop right there.
All right.
We'll see it on CAF tonight, or is it already on CAF?
Look, watch this. All right.
Kevin will be proud of you.
Anyway, no, it was fun. A few other pieces too, some crazy sketch cards. Harvey Talibio, Harvey,
Tell about
with the killer smile, just goes nuts on sketch cards. So, but it was good. We had a good art show.
Awesome. Now, Alberto, I don't know if you can show every single piece unless you do it really quickly.
Yeah, how long do we have, Bill?
I think everybody's got about 5 minutes to show off their pieces.
Just do your top 25.
Can we make Alberto go last?
Oh, no. Now you're going to have to wait and suffer. You showed up late. Now you have to just wait.
It's my fault. I thought I emailed him, and I didn't. So
that's right.
Yeah, blame it
I
on
had to email Bill and go, "Where you at, man?
All right.
What we got here?"
I'll go through a bunch of pieces really quick. I posted this one already on CAF. Alan Davis somehow still had this Captain America cover on Sunday morning that nobody had bought. He said he held on to it for all these years because it was one of the very few covers that he inked himself on. So,
that's cool.
He was happy to keep that until I snatched it away from him. Of course, I picked this one up. That's
a great Scalera.
Matteo Scalera cover. Just because it was the only piece. Well, no, there were two pieces in the auction that had Cap in them, and this was one of them. So I had to claim something. Big shout out to Mr. Ian Saint, who gifted me this Mitch Breitweiser page with Frail, Steve Rogers, Kenna signing up, and finding out that he's not suitable for the Army, which, of course, we all know what that leads to. Newell got me signed up for Jamie Jones Cap.
Nice, too.
Great things from Newell about Jamie. So
Jamie's the best.
This one up. Best dressed artist in all of OAX for guys. Maybe Bella for girls, but
yeah.
Then Tommy Edwards
like that.
This one for me.
That's cool.
As well. He actually didn't have it ready on Friday, but he worked on it over the weekend to finish it up.
That's great.
And gave it to me on Sunday. And two more. Abella, pre-OAX.
Oh, wow.
She did this for me, which was awesome. And the JRJR meet and greet opportunity, he only had 4 characters available for sale, but when I signed up for it, I asked him if he'd do a cap, if that would be an option, and he did do a cap for me, and as well as a Spider-Man piece for my lady who said she wanted a Spider-Man piece, so I got.
That's a good one too.
JR. And because nobody wants to listen to Newell, I can take his turn and show even more pieces. Because
you got my vote, Alberto.
I've got a whole sketch cards that we can go over and spend the whole night here. Anyway, so
see, you got Red Sonja. You got it.
All right. Wait. Who was the color Red Sonja by?
I have this one from Uminga. I love his stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chris is awesome.
And let's see. I got one from Sia which came out great as well. Yeah, got a great Dave Finch painted
Oh wow.
as well. So
That was a
good stuff.
pre OAX, right? I thought he did a couple of those. Wow.
So all sorts of goodies, but I'll let Newell have some time on the spotlight.
I appreciate that. Look, I just want everybody to know Alberto saved my life on Friday night at the end of the pub crawl because I was out till 5 a.m. the night before at Waffle House with Wolvie Fan, and I didn't get much sleep. And by the end of the pub crawl, I was very, very tired to the point that I couldn't really see very well. And Alberto summoned a vehicle to get him and myself and Tom and his wife back to the hotel rather than walking. So I appreciate that. All right. So I want to start by showing some of the cool gifts that I got at the show because, you know, I could have gone to the show and not spent any money and still had a great time. And a lot of that is because there's a lot of cool people and good friends there. So right off the bat, I got a signed Valiant book from my friend Triple X Carl, Valiant homie. He got this signed by our friend and writer Kevin Van Hook. Really big personality from the old Valiant days. So that's really cool. Thank you, Carl. Ian, Jewish Dragons, got me this awesome Fred Hembeck Orca sketch card to go with the Stingray that I already have. And he also, knowing that I am into the indie stuff, got me a comic by Ryan Quackenbush, an Arizona-based artist who knows what's his name, Ed Harris. Ed has told me a lot of good things about Ryan Quackenbush, so that's really cool. Let's see. I got this cool comic cut of Tiger Shark from Fausto of Collect Us. And then the one that really blew me away, this is from the Professor, Derek Crabb.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah, Stingray meets Piranacon, the one undersea transformer, which is one of the combiners. It's actually 5 or 6 different sea creatures that combine to make a big robot. There's like a shark, a tortoise, a lobster, a manta ray, and they all come together to make the big guy. And Derek, being the Transformer guy, you know, he knew that. And the crazy thing is, I had these toys when I was a kid, so I remember playing with the underwater critters even before I knew who Stingray was. So this is amazing. This just blew me away. So, Derek, thank you so much, man. This is freaking awesome. Oh, and I don't know where I put it, but a guy by the name of Richard, he sometimes shows up in the chats here, is Aludiku. He's actually a local collector that I met at Baltimore last year, but I think I introduced you to him during the VIP reception. He found a comic that is a Stingray variant cover. It's done up to look like an action figure. And he took that comic around and got it signed by every artist that was at OAX this year that has done Stingray for me previously. So it's got both Simones, Jamie Jones, JP, Mannix, everybody that was there. So that was really cool, and I appreciate that, Richard. All right, pickups. I got an Alex Saviuk Spider-Man daily strip from my birthday from 2014.
Oh, sweet. You know, I never got to talk to anybody. I gave him at least 30 dates from maybe 20 different people. So you scored. That's good.
Yeah.
You were able to bring him in. Great.
Yeah, he had 2 from my birthday, and this one, to me, this is the better of the 2. I really liked it because the Doc Ock and Spidey, so I thought that was really cool. So I grabbed that one. My non-Stingray pickup, this is a Looney Leo, who's an Astro City character by Jamie Jones. He absolutely knocked this one out. I love this one a lot.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Then we've got a Matt Allison Stingray.
Oh,
He's been kankorized. Love it. We have, this is the one, Bill, this is the one you kept teasing me about, the Hitch Stingray.
Yeah, that came out awesome.
Best sharks I've ever seen.
If Stingray ever gets his own series, this could be a cover one day.
Oh, I have so many ready to go covers, man. I'm waiting.
Marvel just needs to get on board with that.
Yeah. Megan Hutchison.
Oh, sweet.
Very nice colors. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one. JP. This is an homage to the classic Batman 66 episode where the Batman and the Joker have the surf contest. So we even got the board shorts, and then Namor's holding a can of shark repellent.
Wow. Leave it to JP.
Oh yeah. Let's see. This one isn't going to show up on camera great because it's super shiny, but I'm going to try. This is the Jeremy Wilson.
Oh wow.
It's got a lot of texture in the white area. It's just kind of hard to see because it's so reflective. Oh yeah, if I do that, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. This one's really cool, but I can't help but look at it and not think of a peppermint.
All right, Bill, start playing some music. Stingray's been on.
All right, two more, and I'm done.
Wrap it up, Pete.
All right, this one, Southern Comic Geek found this one and told me about it. It's the end page from Hulk number 221 from 1977. It's the Hulk kicking Stingray's ass.
Isn't that every comic?
Yes.
The title of the next
But it's
episode
great
is
because
Being
he's
Villain.
unmasked in the last couple panels here, which you don't see that often. I thought that was cool. All right, and now the piece de resistance, the Bianchi.
Wow.
Cool.
Nice.
That's a future Half Live update thumb pick.
Oh yeah. And Simone told me that they did submit this one to Marvel. I don't know what they would use it for as a cover, but I hope that it works out. So, all right, I'm done.
Well, talking about Simone, Bill, real quick, for anybody who got the chance to pick up the
Oh,
Villains
you got the book?
book by Simone, he did a great Red Skull.
Oh, the Marvel book, right? Or the Villains book, right? Oh, let's see.
He did a great Red Skull for me.
Oh, wow. That turned out great.
Wow, I've never seen him drawn like that. That's great.
That's awesome, dude.
Shoot.
Yeah, I figured it was a Villains book, so I was not going to ask him to do cap on it. So I
You
figured
could have done the Hydra cap or whatever it is. There's an evil Captain America.
Nah. Anyway,
So,
Jill,
Robert.
you want some more Wonder Woman, Jill?
I'm laughing at Jill. Jill just keeps showing art.
Oh no, this was a present from Derek, and it was a special spot in my desk, so it wasn't in my portfolio. But it's a Jamie Lang, and I just forgot to show it. But it's because it was in a special spot at my desk. So thank you, Derek. Anyway, okay.
Derek spread a lot of love.
He
over
did.
the week.
He
That's
did.
for sure.
Very nice of him. Very nice.
All right, Robert.
Robert?
Yes. Okay. Can you share my screen?
I will. Let's see.
And I can't see my screen now that I'm sharing my screen. So I can't see you. I can see my screen.
All right.
You're
We're
perfect.
full screen now.
Okay. So we've got Bella Rockland here with Kitty Price is an 8x12 or 9x12.
Oh, wait. Do you have the share screen thing up? Because I
don't
thought I
know.
saw it. It's not there right now. It popped up and it
How do I
disappeared.
do it? Let's see. How do I do it?
That little plus icon at the bottom of the screen. I thought it was in there and it's not there anymore.
Plus at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Like where it says present?
Let's see. It says
share screen. Okay,
there
there
you
it is.
go.
Share screen.
Robert's always prepared with like slide decks and everything, while the rest of us are just holding stuff to the screen.
Let's see. Choose what to. Okay, here we go. Choose what to share.
Yeah, I thought it was on there earlier.
How do I share? I
You have to
it
pick
on
the window.
It's in a shoot. It's just files on my desktop.
Alberto,
I have
you're
a
technical support,
folder.
aren't you?
Rats.
If
Okay.
Robert has a Mac or not.
How do I know? Afraid not.
See, that's
Shoot. Okay. I didn't realize I couldn't just share
Well,
what was on my desktop screen.
you can if you can share.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Does that work?
Oh, we got it.
Huzzah!
Okay. So Kitty Pryde is one of the things I collect, and looking for something usually besides her just going through a wall. So she's going through a wall on this, but it's got the Valentine's theme and Colossus and a little cutesy dialogue, and she's
Awesome.
And she's got her Star of David earrings. Bella is a Ukrainian Jew, it turns out, and so has a affinity for Kitty herself.
It's awesome.
So that was fun. Here's I've been working on this for 3 years at different cons, getting Alan Davis to do these 4 quarters. I didn't plan carefully because there are 5 characters in 4 corners, but he made it work.
It's beautiful.
It's nice.
I got this from Sia. This is from DC Bombshells. This is a recap page showing different things going on in the story simultaneously to begin one of the issues. So, who doesn't like flying monkeys? Here's 2 pages. I didn't know who Nate Powell was at the beginning of the con, so I slightly cured my ignorance and got a couple pages from one of his graphic novels. I love the lighting effects from the candle there on this scene.
Nate is awesome.
Yeah. I got this one. I had one Bianchi page before, and now I have this one from Astonishing X-Men. This is Storm's entrance into the series, basically. Since she wasn't part of the Whedon story, except for just a brief cameo in the last issue. And we got Armor, who's the fun breakout new character, and Emma Frost just pouring some coffee.
Very nice.
And then I got this as I now have an Isad page. I've been waiting to decide which one to get, and this one seemed like the right one to get. So thanks to my wife for letting me stretch to get this.
It's beautiful.
So that's and then the other 2, I realized there were 2 others, one of which was the mystery sketch, and one of which was a JP. How do you say his name? Kuasan?
Yeah, you got me. That's why I like to say Gigzilla.
Okay, but one of which was a pre-show commission that he had done of a fantasy cartoon for me. So you'll have to wait till I have to see it, I guess, because I forgot to put it in the set. So yeah, so that was my haul. Mostly I was just there for the memories, as they say. I love hanging out with all the folks.
Well, you always hold court somewhere on the premises. I saw you in front of the ice cream stand or the bar, somewhere between there, numerous times. So the weather was nice enough; you could have been out in the courtyard anytime you wanted as well.
Yeah, any place with a seat. Got to have some good times with Lee Harmon and Kavi and others who came by to share their portfolios and look at some art.
Awesome. Well, I will go through mine quick.
Bill, I want to give real quick a shout out to Kazra, because he did help me get George Pratt to finally do a cap. He was afraid.
I didn't think that was possible.
He was afraid to do it last year because he had never done it.
Show it again. Hold it back up.
That's a nice one, dude.
Finally agreed to do a cap for me, and it's the first time he said he'd drawn it, and he was intimidated by it, but he knocked it out of the park. And I don't know.
Does that mean he's weakening?
No, he's not going to do Stingray. He's not going to do Stingray.
You're going to have to somehow trick him into doing Stingray.
Yeah. Kazra, get to work on that.
Yeah, well, he's got 13 months to work on him. Maybe miracles could happen. All right, I'll start. I didn't get too many bigger pieces, but
show us the Paul Smith, Bill.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, that's anyway. Yeah, I didn't. Well, anyway, here, I'll show you. So I had some pre-OAX that I did. I got on Sia's commission list as well. So I got a very nice Phoenix.
That's pretty.
Came with a very nice pencil prelim as well. So thank you to Sia for that. I thought that was awesome. A steal, $450, I think it was. What a very good deal for that. Joe Woes we had him on the show right before OAX, and I told him I wanted him to do a Cyclops Charlie Tuna, and he did one for me.
Amazing,
brilliant.
Yeah, he said, he's like, can we do the '90s version? And I said, go for it. I think that's probably the best costume for him. So there we go. I got that. Another pre-OAX. I love Jules Guimoni's work, and so I commissioned her right away and got on our list. So she did it. She did one piece for me. I thought it was really good, and then she didn't like it, so she did another one. So the first one I saw was this one. I wanted to pick a theme where she draws a lot in the backgrounds, right? So I figured Dazzler might have something cool in the background. I didn't want to do a regular like another Jean Grey Phoenix piece, but she didn't like this one. So she did another one. Put a little more figures in it, so of her figure in it, so you get some haunches and all that stuff. But so I got 2 by Jules. So
Very
I guess
nice.
Michael McIsaac and those of you who collect Disco Dazzler, eat your heart out.
Nice.
Then I did get a John Romita Jr. piece, so I got him to put
Perfect.
OEX
Nice.
26 on it for me. Thank you to John for that. Let's see, Jewish Dragons picks up something every year for me and gives a gift. So this was very nice, Ian. Thank you so much. And a very nice card that I didn't get to read until yesterday, and it gave me a laugh because he had some funny things to say in there. But I did get some gifts on the sketch card front. This one is from Alberto. I was going to go pick this up. At the end of the day, right at like 4:45, I went over to Ryan Panko's booth, figuring that no one would buy this. And I asked him where he had just taken stuff down. And I was like, where's the Cyclops? He's like, it's gone. I'm like, he goes, but I think you might end up seeing it again. So there we go.
Ooh,
Alberto.
sparkly.
Yes, it is very, very sparkly. So Alberto, thank you. I love it. And yeah, it's awesome. I love Ryan's work. So as many of you got to see his work in person, I mean, he's incredibly talented. Then I got Amanda Connor to do something. This is going to be a gift for somebody I know. And we also bought this from Joe Dragunis, Pokemon character. This was this was a gift for Gwen, so a Spider Gwen. Thanks to Derek. And Derek drew he drew 3 drawings for the family. So Ashton and Maureen and Emma all got something. I got this thanks to Michelle. She waited. She wanted to get me something. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I bought her DoorDash a few days while she was here. But she got this from Walt, so I appreciate that. I got this from Von Randall. Thank you, Von. I got on Matt Allison's pre-OAX sketch card list. I mean, I think he did 30 of these, so I asked him for a Kankor. I know, kind of boring, but I figured why not? Happily got that.
Lance picked up like 20 of those 30 cards that he did.
And knowing Lance, he's going to gift half of them. Chris Foreman did this one. I forget which one of my daughters picked it up, but Chris Foreman was, he had a lot of great sketch cards on his table, and I know he did really well. And I didn't know what my kids bought, but they picked that one up and they were happy with it. Emma got this from Gigzilla. Oh, look at that's almost like it's me for there. I like that. They even bought this from Jameson. So you never know. But I did get 3 Hembecks. I don't know if that's not too bad. Look at that. This was a gift from Tariq. I think I almost cried when I got it. So Tariq, it meant a lot. He had some nice things to say, and I think it was at a point where I was so damn tired I couldn't take it anymore. And he showed me that, and I just I did. I think I almost cried in the next comic art booth. And then what else we got here? Then these are all gifts from Jeff Wedding. All great stuff. 2 of these are they by JP? They are by yeah, they both are. Yeah. So these were gifts from Jeff for the kids, and this one was for Maureen.
Oh, that one's really nice.
Yeah, Roy Mercado, and this one was for Gwen. So there you go. Gwen Pohl, another one from Fred. So yeah, did pretty well. I got this. This was a gift from an attendee, Michael Acevedo, and this was Ruvel Abril. I think I might already show that one, but either way. That was my haul. I think I got a few other pieces too, but I don't want to. I'm not going to drag on like Alberto did. Look, Alberto almost fell asleep. You see that? He was almost asleep, ladies and gentlemen. He's still not recovered from OAX.
What's in that closet, Alberto? Why are we closing that closet so quickly?
I guess I'll show a sketch card. Harvey drew like I said, a cover on a sketch card.
Wow.
Holy mackerel!
Wow.
That's wild.
Look at that.
Wow,
That's great.
I mean, That's like Tony Perna level
Hey,
detail.
hey! Next year, I joke with them. We're gonna do sketches on grains of rice. I think he can still knock it out.
You got any other sketch cards you're holding back on us?
Show your chicken, James.
Yeah, it's in the safe. But Alberto got me an amazing Pollo sketch card by JP, and I appreciate it. It was a highlight of the show. Oh yeah. So
well, this was great, guys and gals. Jill, sorry.
I'm one of the guys. Don't worry. Jason D always tries to tell me I'm one of the guys. It's fine. By the way, Erlander, some comic artists do have sketch cards at their table, or they do art on sketch cards, or you can pretty much buy sketch cards like any other type of artboard. Or at OAX, they had some available. You got one in your swag bag when you got there. So if you wanted to visit somebody on Sunday for the free hour for sketch cards, you got one in your swag bag. So sorry,
I found
trying to interact with the audience. Sorry.
I found that if you ask Kazra or like even Sardo at the right time, they usually have some in their pocket.
Yeah.
And if you've done comic live,
you gotta go get it yourself.
Plenty of it.
Fish it out.
I'll say this though, because you have the different groups, the IAX, the CAX, the OAX stuff. Bouncing between all the groups was really, really fun. The regular CAFers, hanging out with Gene and the True Art Cabal, right? And then going up to the penthouse with the card art guys, and it's basically like it was like a frat party, but just swinging across all the different groups. So it was a good time.
Oh, that's great. That's what we want to hear. I mean, it's all. I would assume many of you discovered new artists, or at least saw work from them for the first time in person. I mean, that's really what OAX is all about. For me, I wasn't aware of Jules' work before we started talking to Mark about bringing her there, and I was floored and wanted to get a piece. I think OAX, a big component to it is just being able to open our eyes to other opportunities, getting to see the illustration artists that you might not normally be able to see unless you go to a show like IX and PA, and not everybody can go there. So that's what that's where we're going. I think you'll see more and more of that as the show evolves. But it's great. I mean, it certainly diversifies our collections a bit, and and helps bring in artists that we might not ever get to see. I mean, get to see Julie Bell for 2 years in a row is fantastic, and her bringing in new work. I mean, Dave Palumbo, like Alberto said, once he heard that there was a cap on the back wall, you're falling asleep again, Alberto. I'm seeing it. He's nodding off.
Yeah. I think it's
you're in the center of the screen. I can't stop seeing it. All of that is just wonderful, and and so many of the creators are creating work just for the show. And that I think that speaks to what the kind of the success that the show can bring to artists who come and participate with the model, that it works. You don't just always have to bring a portfolio and slap it on a table. You have a lot of people who are really focused on try, maybe a lot of them are putting one cap in their portfolio because they know Alberto's there, or a Stingray. Well, maybe not as many Stingrays, but they'll angle that way. But yeah, it's fun, and for us, being able to put the show on, we really enjoy that. I mean, you saw the auction art pieces get stepped up this year over last year. I think as success breeds success, right? And you see people wanting to just put their best work forward, and I think I can't wait to see what 2027 is going to bring. I can tell you, I'm sure we're going to be starting our plans, really soon too, because it's just too fun. There's a lot of energy when you wrap up a show like that. So, any feedback anybody has for us, we're always happy to hear it. And we have a long list of people to start talking to. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun 13 months of planning and leading up to this. But we've gotten some constructive feedback and things, and I think that. All that's always good. We'll be able to kind of apply that and just make the show even better.
Just promise me Bud Root makes it next year.
Why don't you sponsor him, James? Literally, you could work it out. Cover his flight. We'll take care of his table in his room, and we literally could say this is brought to you by James Siegel.
Do I get a Bud sponsorship on like the OAX badges?
We'll come up with something. What if we make a special, lanyard or badge? Just
Bud Root lanyard.
I'd like to have the Bud Root, badge that has, your whatever hashtag you want on it, James.
All right, I'm thinking.
There you go. But you know, it was cool. You know, we had heritage sponsor Steve Root come out. He wouldn't have come out otherwise. So you know, there's plenty of opportunity there to kind of get creative with you know, other exhibitors and you know, and ways to make the show more interesting. So yeah, all ideas are good at the end of the day. But I can't tell you how much though I appreciate all of you coming on, not only tonight, but to the shows since we've been hosting them. I mean, OAX is special, but it's special because of the community that you know CAF has helped kind of create, and the work that we've done over the last few years has just made it all the more special. And I mean, you know, we wouldn't all be friends today if it wasn't for the artwork that we love to share. And so I just can't thank you all enough, and everybody in the chat who aren't on screen with us tonight. You know that we're thinking of you too, because yeah, it is all about community, and yeah, thank you one and all.
Hey Bill, real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of community and friendship and all that, I got to see Ian Saint's 58 sketch cards all laid out on a table together.
Oh, from the mystery sketches?
Yeah.
Okay.
He laid them all out. I got a couple of pics. I got to see the stingray that he got. That was super cool. Seeing them all together was really awesome.
That was a mission, and the idea that and the fact that they all got done and in Ian's hands is fantastic. But we will have another mystery sketch with sketch cards in May. So
can't wait.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely echo all that community stuff because you could see it everywhere, from Jeff setting up everything for Danton Creative's memory in there. Mm-hmm. We had Donald buying a cake for Miles Wolf for his birthday.
He's the nicest guy.
We had Chuck Arnold, who bought a bunch of pizzas one day in the courtyard after the auction. And yeah, everybody was just giving and going out of the way to help the community and have a great time. So it's definitely a call out. And one of the highlights for me of OAX is always just getting to hang out with everybody.
Awesome.
And Jason's getting all the tickets, all the drink tickets for Miller's that night, because I think we all still think it was Jason who did it.
Yeah, more collectors in one spot than any other show. So socializing from 10 a.m. to like 1 a.m. every night. I mean, it's just amazing.
1 a.m.
Gene,
I know. I mean,
burned it down. Yeah.
I'm old. I gotta go to bed early.
It goes by fast, doesn't it, Gene? It really, the day just zips by.
Oh, it does. Yeah. And it's nonstop. One conversation after another.
Just trying to get from the lobby up to your room was like a 30-45 minute ordeal because you had to stop and talk to a bunch of people along the way.
And the elevators.
Yeah. Yeah, but you might just randomly end up on the elevator with Walton Weezy, or you know, I was on the elevator at one point with Bart Sears, and it was just, oh, hey, Bart.
Yeah. We got Rom saying that he had the meet and greet with Walt Simonson. It was the exclusive one in the elevator. So, you know, I'm totally with you guys on all of that too. It's you know, the fact that you know, and I tell this to people who are new. I'm like, talk to everybody, because you have something in common with everybody on the floor. You know, people be, you know, this is their first time at the show, and I'm like, just remember, when you're in line, ask the guy in front and behind you, you know, look at their portfolio, you know, because they're going to want to share, and you know, that's what you can talk to anybody, and you can't do that at any other show. I mean, you just can't, and that's what's really special about OAX. So, you know, I love it. I love the show, and I love getting to be a part of planning it for everybody, and you know, I'll be looking forward to revealing things for 2027 as soon as we can. Oh, and I should remind everybody that you can get advanced tickets for 10% off still until.
What's the code, Bill?
It's Zingers, of course. Yeah. Well, we knew we had to pick something that was easy for all of you to remember. So yes.
Did you finally try Zinger, Bill?
I did. You know, and the only disappointment there is when I was at Miller's, I ordered the Zingers mac and cheese, and I just got a regular plate of Zingers, so I didn't get it with the mac and cheese. I didn't turn it away though. I didn't even say anything to the bartender because I got there really late, and they probably really didn't care what they served me, but they were good.
I know I already got my tickets for next year. I don't know who else did, but I signed up.
Just the main site as always.
It was well, if you still have your program, you can scan the QR code on the back of it. But yeah, we did send it. We sent out a mailing to the attendees We only send it to the attendees. Oh, see, there you go. It's right there. Can't miss it on the back. It is the third weekend in March. Yes. Yeah. If I made Jill go full screen, you could literally scan that QR code off of here. Well, there you go.
Off
That's
of
your
what,
one and only
Bill?
chance if you
Scan
weren't
it
there.
off of what?
Right there. Right there. See, Jill knows how it works. Anyway, listen, again, I'm, we're still kind of, getting ourselves caught up around it, but it's so much fun to put on the show. It really is. And I should say it publicly, not only the staff here at CAF, but, the volunteers, the friends, family, and we had a lot of local collectors who stepped up to volunteer for the show this last weekend. Bill Rivard, who's a local collector, brought in 4 other art collectors to come in, and they pretty much worked most of the show. And Bill was kind of indispensable at the auction. So it really is a lot of moving parts and volunteers and staffers that make the show happen and not be too amateurish. So I think they do a great job, and we're actually going to do a meeting with them on Sunday just to kind of go through stuff, because most of them have been there for 3 years now. So, next year, high five all of them too, or at least fist bump them. So they do a lot of work. Michelle bagged almost all of those posters, 900 of them, all by herself. It took her all day. She won't let. That's why I bought the DoorDash for her. I had no idea, but Outback Steakhouse delivers to me here in the sticks, but now I know. Anyway, so. Everyone, thank you. I don't want to keep you. You probably got.
We're not leaving. You're gonna be stuck with us. You can bring Snorek in if you want, but we're not leaving.
Oh, you're just gonna hang out here and you
hang out in tonight's stream.
You want to see the well, I was gonna how about I could show the Bob Layton wherever the hell he's at lately. I think he was in Lisbon, Portugal. How about I play that? And,
I do have to jump out, but I'll jump out on the chat. Thank you guys.
Alberto.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Alberto's trying to.
Bud Root Kickstarter coming soon. Look for it.
Twitter, James, just leave.
I'll be right back on the chat, but I gotta go.
Exactly. And just keep thinking about sponsoring Bud, next year.
You got it.
James. Okay. All right, but yeah, here I'll play this and as a way do we kind of move this whole thing along to
a palette cleanser.
Palette cleanser. There we go. So here it is. So he was in Lisbon, Portugal. I think he was attending just a signing at a comic shop. I don't know how Tom Layton manages to get everywhere all at once, but he does. So here, let's take a look.
Well, I made it. I'm here in Lisbon at the Intercontinental Hotel, and I got to tell you, the service here is really outstanding, man. You got an incredible room with a view of the ocean and everything, man. It's pretty nice. So you can probably tell from the last video, things didn't work out so well there in Ghent. The guy didn't really promote the show much or anything like that. It was kind of, but I made the best of it. I went out with the 30-something gang and had a good time. Anyway, so Mario seems much more excited about having me here at Kingpin Books on Saturday. So I'm going to spend a few days in this luxury hotel, and they got an indoor pool. I'm going to hit that sucker tomorrow. And just kind of take it easy for a couple of days before we have to go do the signing. So more later. So I decided to get out of my room and go down and actually order food. So I'm having a zero beer. This Portuguese zero beer. It's actually not bad. Let me see here, super bock, whatever. It's got some flavor to it. It's better than a lot of the zero beers. One thing I noticed about the people here, they're really friendly. I mean, they're really welcoming, and they don't hate Americans like the rest of Europe. So, anyway, cheers, guys, and first day here, not too bad, more to come. Hey guys, so here I am. I'm finally out of the hotel after 4 days of being trapped in the hotel. I am on my way to Lisbon to do the book signing at Kingpin Books. So I'm finally getting to see this beautiful city. Some degree here. Muhammad's good enough to take me driving around here, and so my sighting is in about an hour. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit, see what I can see in the meantime. So more later when I get to the store. Well, I made it. I am actually on the streets of Portugal here in Lisbon, just a block or so from the comic shop. I thought I would walk around a little bit, try to take in some of the sights or whatever, at least this part of town. Again, it's so good to be out of the hotel, I can't tell you. Anyway, more later. Hi guys, here I am. We're in Mario's store here. We're at Kingpin Books, right in the heart of Lisbon. And Mario is not only a great shop owner, but he's also an author. He did this incredible book here, The Man Who Dreamt the Impossible, right?
And homage to Jack Kirby.
And homage to Jack Kirby for Image. Yeah. Maybe some of you guys have seen this. It's a fantastic book. If you haven't seen it,
and big one.
Yeah, it's the treasury size, which I really
and it has absolutely no artificial intelligence. All done by human hands and good old Photoshop.
Okay. All right, we're not going to get into the AI debate now, but I'm up in this private office here. You see he's got his collection and stuff. And downstairs, we're going to take a quick look. Down here is the store. So it's like everybody's getting ready here. It's time for me to go get to work. So we already got a bunch of guys sitting down there. So more later, okay? Say hi. Hey, thank you for coming, everyone. I'm filming this for my CAF show. So gracias for coming. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, now I should get back to work. I'm on. Okay, okay, all right. I do this podcast. Okay, so what you have in your hand here. I'm sorry, were we properly introduced?
Me?
Yes.
I'm Fatima.
Okay, and you have a barnacle, like on the side of a ship or something, right?
And now you eat this part.
Eat the top part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you the camera and I'm gonna eat the top part, okay?
Okay, let me just do this to the other one. Because you have to be gentle.
This is Mario's wife, by the way, just for those of you. Yeah, all right. So.
Because you have to be gentle so that the skin comes off.
All right.
And then you eat this part.
I'll train you, all right? So
Okay, but just a minute.
All right, so, and I just eat the top part off here, right?
Yeah. Just
this is actually a barnacle on the side of a ship. Okay. Well, that's lovely.
It tastes like
It's salty. It's sea. You can taste the sea.
You taste the sea.
But that's really not bad at all. So yeah, so I'm gonna go out and like lick a ship after I'm done here. You know, I was like,
maybe not. Maybe not the best idea.
Really, I just can't go gnaw at a ship somewhere. Oh, gee, that would be so much fun. Well, here I am. I'm in the Lisbon airport. The week is over and I'm on my way to Barcelona. Hopefully it will be a drier trip than this, but other than the 2 days when the sun came out and it wasn't torrentially raining and storming or whatever, where I got out of the hotel, it was I had a real good time. I met Mario and his lovely wife Fatima and Gonzalo and all the other guys there at Kingpin Books, and they were terrific. We hung out yesterday. We went and had lunch. It was a great time. So I don't know who this clown is. Anyway, more from next week. I know you're at OAX right now and having a really good time. I'm sorry I'm not there with you guys, but the show must go on, as they say.
Wow, it didn't have my little fun song at the end of there. Oh well. Production value is a little bit lower after.
I was wondering if anybody else was going to stick around for a while.
See, I was only sticking around because you were sticking around. I was
right. We didn't want to let you win, Alberto.
Yeah,
but I am going to go now, and it was nice seeing everybody again. It was nice to see everybody after a couple days, and
thank you for bringing the deep six for me, Steve.
Oh, you're welcome. It was it was quite the interesting time that when I went to go show you.
Yeah.
Late in the night or early in the morning.
It was romantic though. It was firelit.
It was firelit. Yeah, that's the way you want to look at someone's art, at the fire and then getting kicked out at the fire. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
because we were
I
loud.
heard about that. You guys, you were a little too loud or something, and they had to end the night early. Or I can't.
Well, that wasn't the end of the night, but they tried.
Did you guys go over to the game room and hang out over there?
For a
Well,
few
we,
minutes.
we went to the penthouse, and then
Yeah.
you know, that's when the well, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but the thing that may or may not have involved toilet paper happened.
Oh boy, I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know anymore.
Oh, and I don't think Mikhail is here tonight, but if he was, I have one thing to say to Mikhail: parkour.
Yeah, that was yelled out a lot.
That's the first time I heard it. I guess I wasn't around while it was being shouted out.
No,
Were you
you were
there?
not. You were not there. You were not.
I was not. Were you there, Alberto, for that?
I cannot say I was.
You'll see some pictures.
Okay.
All right, Bill. Thanks for having us on, and thanks for the show.
Yeah, thanks.
My pleasure, guys. Obviously, I love getting to hang out with you. Even if we only get to fist bump 3 times over the weekend, Steve. It's always cool getting to see you in person.
I'm there. You know I'm there.
Guess it says the hotel charge is on the CAF card. Oh boy. I hope that's not a cleanup charge that we're going to get for something. But you didn't TP one of the palm trees out in the courtyard, did you?
No. Just the penthouse.
Just the penthouse. Okay, cool. Not mine. All right. Well, all's fair. All right, guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Bill. Good night, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So yeah, it was a great weekend, and boy, again, it was just fun. Both Kazra and I got congratulations from so many people in the last day, and well, shoot, the whole weekend. I mean, at the end of the day, it was quite the experience, and again, I'm not kidding. Walking in the room and just seeing it filled, because one of the things as the show expands and everything, you get worried, is it going to spread people out more? And it didn't matter. I mean, we had 2 whole rooms that as large as they were, never felt slow. I mean, there was always people at the tables, in the walkways. I mean, how many times did you run into Matt Kennedy and he had the biggest smile on his face? I mean, it was his first time coming. I mean, he probably regrets not coming to years 1 and 2, right? But here you are. The show is just made for everybody who loves art, and it feels good. I mean, we're really excited and energized to start planning the 2027 show, and just all the things around it that can make it even better than 2026. And it's gonna be great. Now, one thing, not to be a little bit of a downer on this, but we did lose a longtime collector, a semi dealer, if you want to call him that, Bob Berkheimer. He did pass away last weekend, and he was a friend of many. He was a Northeast Ohio collector, who I met numerous times. He's really good friends with Mike. Actually drove Mike's stuff down from Ohio. And Bob was just an all around nice guy. If you didn't get a chance to ever meet him, I know if you had, you would have walked away with the same kind of feeling about the guy. He just always was fun. He knew pretty much any collector on the East Coast probably has run into him more than once over the last 20 years. I've known him for at least 20 years, probably the whole time I was in the hobby. But here's a photograph. If he'd be a familiar face. He wasn't the most loud guy in the room, but he definitely was one of the happiest guys. And he just dealt in a lot of different art and comics and stuff. But he'll definitely be missed. I was actually right across from Mike's table when he got the call, because he had passed away on Sunday morning at the hotel. And Mike was devastated. So it was it's tough. It's tough when you lose one of your own, but the memories of this guy, he's just a very good man. So rest in peace, Bob. Like you guys are saying in the chat, he will be missed, and just very disappointing to have it happen on a great weekend like we had. So Godspeed, Bob. There we go. So with that, I guess we can move on. But again, we I know anybody who attended, if you took photographs and stuff that you thought were worthwhile, please do upload them to the shared drive that I sent in an email, I think on Wednesday. That drive will be available for the next month or so. So anything you can come across that you think would be useful. I mean, a lot of times some of the fun stuff to see, I can tell you, for especially for Kazra and I when we're running around a lot, there's so much that we miss. And I mean, even from some of the moments that we're in, we don't get to see all of it. I was looking at some photographs that were uploaded, during the Kirby Awards, and getting to see it from your perspective as an attendee versus what we were seeing from being up on the stage or beside the stage. Just it gave me a better perspective on what the show's about, and the production value and the things like that. The way the show is perceived from your eyes was really really kind of eye opening. So anything that you can upload that would be good, and you think you'd like us to see. Somebody uploaded a set of links today for stuff they had posted on social media over the weekend. So anything like that is fine too. Just any recollections on the show via photograph, video, or any social posts that you did would be fine. And my standing table it's not an earthquake here. I don't know what's going on. So all right, I did see some stuff in the chat. Let's just see if I missed anything I wanted to highlight, because I was trying. Steve Yarsh said he posted his stuff on CAF, so he had a great show. So for those of you who follow Steve on CAF, please go out there and check it out. Rich Cirillo, saw Rich numerous times over the weekend, and he was always having a great time. And Rich, don't forget, you got to reach out to me so I can get your mailing address. Gosh, I have to get a few mailing addresses. I have some art to ship for some people. But what was this? Steve also mentioned that he loved the Kirby Awards and seeing the winners. Sean, I saw earlier, he said meeting Phil Hester in real life was a real highlight for them at the show. And I know that they were in the same area. That was very well thought out of by Kazra to kind of put some of the independent minds in one area, and it worked out great. But did see, what was that? Rich Daniels was asking about Jeff Singh, but I think somebody answered that earlier. That was Jeff won't be making any U.S. appearances for the near future, but we hope to have him back real soon. And Brian Peck wants Jeff Wedding to bring back the OAX poker chips. Those were Jeff's idea. That the wristbands were the replacement this year, Brian. But you never know what 2027 will bring. And then, of course, how could we not highlight Marcus saying more Joe Lesbill? All right. Guess that's all we need to. Oh, and let's see, Saint Dave art. Yes, I did get a piece of art from Adam. I don't know if it was I think Rob might have mentioned it to him, but yes, he did give me this. I guess it says UXM, so it must be an Uncanny X-Men page, issue 33. I don't know. I know I didn't read this one, but it has Wolverine and Cyclops on it. So there you go. Nick, Steve, and or Stefan. I'm sorry, it's mine. So yes, thank you to Adam and to Wolby Fan. It says to Bill, cheers to another great OAX best, Adam Kubert. So thank you for that reminder. I did forget about that piece earlier. All right. So damn independently minded people, says Kezra. Yes, indeed. Where do we go from here? But it was cool. I saw Sean also mentioned that he had posted or picked up a piece from Phil. And again, I'm so PO'd at myself that I didn't talk to PO'd at myself that I didn't talk to Phil Hester. He was one of my goals. I mean, I got to have him on the show and do that interview with him. But the thing is, I probably walked by his table a dozen times. I just never thought to stop and talk to him because I was always focused on something else. And that's right, Kazra. Scott did have poker chips. Somehow, I think Michelle ended up with like a half a dozen. So we got a half a dozen here at the house. And Michelle got around. She worked her butt off, but she partied hard too. I know she was up late playing air hockey one night. So, and there may be video of this. I heard Aranga might have shot some video. Oh, I didn't mean to say that Aranga was there. Maybe his phone was there at the very least. Before I move on, here's a request, because I don't remember who took this photograph. It was early on Friday. So people were just getting their badges. And I don't know how it worked out. I was actually wearing a staff shirt at the beginning of the day because I just figured, there's going to be a lot of people that don't know me or whatever, and we needed to make sure that everybody had a staff shirt on. And somehow we had a moment where my whole family was together behind the registration desk. And I can't remember for the life of me, but all of us get together, Emma, Maureen, Gwen, and Ashton. And I was like, right, shit, we're all together. So this doesn't happen that often. So I don't know who was across the registration table, but I asked them to take a photograph, and it was two guys. And I know them, but for the life of me, I can't remember who it was because I don't remember much from that day. But so I got it. All of us were in staff shirts. Somebody took photographs. Whoever you are, please, text me or email it to me, bill@comicguardfans.com, because nobody remembers who took them. But of course, Roger and Rose and the other volunteers who were there didn't think to do it. So anyway, whoever you are, if you're watching this, please email them to me because I'm a little disappointed. No, it was not Dinesh and Satari, unfortunately. But yeah, they had a little bit more. The security guard might have been taking pictures of them more than anybody. Anyway, let's see. Tina says that her and Danny did not take enough pictures of people. Yeah, I agree. That was one of the things that I actually did take a few selfies on the floor, but I did not take as many as I wanted to. Like I said, I was going to do every booth. I think I did about 5 booths. So I tried. Carl he took next to no pictures because he was too busy talking. Aren't we all wearing, what is it, Meta glasses now, where you can just be taking pictures all day long? And oh yeah, you saw that, #1 Marvel fan. Anyway, but whoever you are, if you got that photograph, please send it to me. I would appreciate it. I did have a couple of photos just to show you. Where the heck did I put those though? Let's see, just a couple, I promise, and then we'll move on from here. This is oh, here we are. So you don't get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff, but I didn't take any pictures of Michelle stuffing bags or anything. But here, I got this one. This was on, when did we do this? We did this on Thursday morning. We load up everything on a Wednesday, take it to the hotel. They give us a place to store it. Then on Thursday morning, Roger, Rose, and Michelle were there, and Michelle had pre-bagged like all the posters and stuff. So in the room where we lined everybody up, we just line up 4 tables and we just start bagging everything together. And we were lucky enough to have Warehouse Rich and Jamie join us. So thank you to Rich and Jamie for helping out, because trust me, putting 1,000 bags together, it's a lot of work. You think you could get it done in an hour? It still takes like 5 hours. And thankfully, once we all get together, and then you can see me in the background on the laptop, I think answering people's last minute ticket, inquiries. But we got it all done without anybody getting harmed, and I think we ate really well for lunch. Yes, Rich did a great job. He actually came over at 2 different occasions to help us get all that work done. And then, as it turned out, my friend Roger, I've known him since I was probably 10 years old. He had this giant box shipped to the hotel, and I didn't know anything about it. He somehow managed to get it into the room where we were putting all the swag bags together, and he had to borrow a power drill to get it open. So he's like, I made something for you. And so we made me stand in front of the box while he unscrewed everything. And so Michelle takes a picture of me there. And then I decided to film. We'll see if this thing will play. Come on. Oh, there you go. Probably can't hear it. But there you go. It was a gigantic, Spider-Man sculpture that my friend Roger put together. So it was totally cool. It's like 3 feet tall, and it's all steel. You would think it'd be heavy, but it's only like 25, 30 pounds. But so we put it up by registration, and it was cool. It was great to have up there. He has sworn that he's going to make something for 2027 as well. So hey, and if you want one of your own, I don't think he really said. He took him 3 months in his spare time. He owns a fab shop, so I think he was itching to do something creative. And just so everybody knows, my friend Roger is, he bought art, original comic art, before me. We were like 12 years old at a con. He bought some love story page that was probably from a John Romita Sr. book, for all I know, but he can't find it. He's lost it over the years. But yeah, so we got that, and it was on display. It's the so we're ready for when we want to have a 3D show as part of everything. But then I did take two other pictures. These were the first two people coming in to get their badges on Friday morning. It was 8:04, and this is David Pisano and his wife. David was I think he did come the year before. Maybe I'm wrong, but either way, 8:04. So they were the first attendees to get their badges. Look at that. We still got boxes all over the place. Nothing's organized, but yes, we gave out their badges first, and then the first exhibitors. I took their pictures as well, and it was Mr. James Warden, and I forget the name of his friend. Somebody in the chat probably will remember. But Jim Warden had a great show. Sent the team a really nice email a few hours before the show started. I know he and Matt Wagner, just he had an awesome weekend, and I think Jim said it was probably one of his best shows ever, or it was his best show ever. So we like hearing that. I'm not even reading the chat because it says I put the cat in there when it needs timeout. I'm gonna put the rooster in there when he needs timeout. But either way, I just thought, because again, I was running around and I thought first attendee in the door and first exhibitor. I had to document it. So there you go. Moving right along. All right, what do I got here? I think I can move on to the schedule, and then we can get Mr. Snork in here and wrap this show up. So where was my slides here for this? Not a whole lot on here. I talked to a lot of people this weekend, so I have some interviews lined up. I think we'll probably be doing a little bit more OAX recap. I would definitely like to get some artists on here and some exhibitors. So I think, we'll probably be talking about it in the next day or two. But I know that I'd love to get Jim Warden on there. I mean, he had such nice things to say. I'd love to hear his perspective on the show. I mean, clearly he's been there 3 years in a row, and we don't have enough Jim Warden to go around, so having him come on might be fun. But let's see here. So schedule wise, the only things I have lined up, Berkey is going to be joining me next Wednesday. Be pretty mellow, I'm sure, but we're going to do an art drop. I mean, maybe that thing might have changed. It was something we talked about right before OAX, and like I say, he was pretty emotional on the last day of the show, of course, and we haven't talked since then. But we talked about just doing something laid back, just to show off some art and BS and talk post OAX. I know we've got a Comic Connect preview on the 10th, and I know that they want to talk about that Superman art since it's a standalone auction. I think that auction's in April, so I don't know when we'll be doing that. Mike Oming will be on Saturday, the 14th for an art drop, and then Dan Gallo on the 17th will be doing an interview with me. And then we also have some upcoming art shows with Yoshi and Mr. Linsner, which I'm pretty sure I know Yoshi's date, but I didn't write it down. And Linsner, I think that's more of a sometime in April sort of thing. Here we go. Clear off that. So I see Mr. Snork's in the green room, and let's see how he's doing. Hey, Chris, have you recovered from your post OAX?
I'm in process of recovering. You can tell I'm not 100% yet from my voice, but adds a little bass.
It does. It definitely does. Yeah. Well, I jokingly said I'm glad I didn't get to hang out with you too much, because I might have gotten the same cold that you did.
Yeah, anybody I made out with at OAX, you're probably not feeling great today.
So did you send beer down?
We're
not. Hey, this isn't a tell-all here, man. You don't want to give it all up. Hey, Hermit Style. He says never been anything like OAX. That is true, man. That is so true. Can't wait for next year. Yeah, we got. See, Kaz just throwing the name Mike Mignola out there. Yeah, there's lots of possibilities. I'll tell you. I think after this year's show, man.
Can you imagine pre-con commissions for Mike Mignola?
It would be hard to imagine. Hard to imagine, but not impossible.
I'm at half mast thinking about it.
The thing is, anything's possible, and I know that I heard some feedback. Some of the pre-OAX, some people were working on some stuff, wrapping some stuff up at the show and everything. So we got some thoughts there. But could you imagine? There's some artists that, Mignola's would be a great one to have. Would he do a bunch of, would he do 10 pre-OAX? You might have to auction those off. I think. I don't think how would you set it? We would be inundated by people. But it would guarantee you 10 tickets to OAX, because if you did just 10, they're coming if they have to pick it up there. If you're not there to pick it up, the show gets to buy it at the same price. I think that would be the rule. You're not there in person, can't send a friend. Sorry.
Throw it at the table. I'll buy it.
Right. We'll auction it right there. Yeah, definitely. But let's see, bring it Alan Davis back again, Julie Bell. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I really do think that next year we'll have I think we'll probably have like 50% turnover, which is always kind of the goal. But yeah, I think again, we've had a lot of guests there for 3 consecutive years. Some people are cornerstones and always will be. Especially you think about Adam Kubert, who's just right next door, and Jimmy and Amanda and Adam and Allison and the Simones. How can you not invite some people back all the time? But there were some people. The cool thing is like this year we had a few first-time artists as guests who did really good. And if they could have filled up longer lists, I think they would have continued to pick up pre-OAX or that kind of thing. So when you start looking at the numbers, you realize which guests are great to bring back for a second year consecutive, and which ones might be better to kind of delay and bring back in 2028.
Yeah, both my commissions were from first timers.
So speaking of, do you have these things in hand to show us what you got?
I do. I'll go quick because everybody's gotten a lot of this already, but I have to start with a few thank yous because I got gifts from people. So cool. I don't have this with me, but Ian Saint got me the thing like drinking gauntlet. Like it's like a thing fist, like a big gauntlet, and you can drink out of it. But
can I Google that? I just can't.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
right.
I got a thing sketch card, which from Roy Mercado, which Alberto gifted to me. So thank you, Alberto.
Nice.
I got a Hembeck, and you'll never guess who this came from. The
wedding.
my only image of him in his wrestling costume. So that's a great one. Lance Suarez brought me Marvel swag from Japan, from his recent trip to Japan. So thank you, Lance. This might be one of my favorite pickups from the show, period. But Mikhail brought me a Somni thing.
Wow.
Which is uplighting on that thing.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Oh man. Not to be outdone, Daryl brought me a DWJ Punisher.
What?
Yeah, right? I was like, come on. I thought he likes to give me a hard time in case people don't know. So I thought he was jerking me around, but no, he was serious.
Wow. I want to be Daryl's friend.
You are Daryl's friend, Bill.
Daryl looked like he was having a great time this weekend.
He had a ball. We all did. This, if you don't recognize the artist, is our own Chuck Arnold.
No, it's not.
Absolutely is. Look at this thing. Look how good Chuck Arnold is.
I don't believe
it. It's Chuck Arnold.
Chuck Arnold. I know he's a creative, but I didn't know he was that creative.
Okay, so we'll move on to commissions. A little grifter here by Jerome Pena, who, as I said, first timer at OAX. I think he knocked this out of the park.
Wow.
Everything I saw come off of his table, whether it was pre-con or done at the con, was incredible.
The thing I saw Jerome in the hallway out in front of the elevators, hunched over drawing. And I think he was there for like 3 hours. Every time I walked by, he was always, I didn't get to see anything he did at the show though. So they came out really nice. Whatever you got to see.
Gorgeous. And the big one.
Oh, you teased that one. I saw that. That's unbelievable.
Damn. You're a Punisher by Matteo Scalera. So thank you guys for bringing him in particular. But this thing, if this doesn't become a cover, there is no justice in the world, because this thing is it's absolutely incredible. I hope if I saw you, I'm sure you got to see this in person at the show, but very,
I
very
didn't
happy
get,
with
I
this.
didn't get to see it, but we didn't get to talk.
True.
Wow.
Well, you were saved. You were delivered.
Even Tim Guerrero swore.
Oh, Tim.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is a great Punisher bicycle, and and that was that was one of my. I got to talk to him for 5 minutes at Miller's, and he was such a nice guy. I
Super nice.
didn't get to see him at the show, but I got to see him at Miller's.
I actually got to finally ask him about. I've been so curious. I see a lot of artists that work tonally. I see them like they lay out like a color chain, but it's like a tone chain. So they go black all the way up to like the most the clearest, practically water at the end, right? And I was wondering if he did that, like if he plotted out his tones or if he just like mixed them on the fly. He mixes them on the fly.
Wow.
He said if he works big, sometimes he will like create like 3 pots and like have like a starter for, like high, mid, low. But I saw him, he was inking a Poison Ivy sketch cover for somebody, and he was just like dragging and dropping. It was crazy.
Wow. Well,
that's one of the coolest parts of the show for me, is getting to watch these people work.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen some videos. I haven't gotten to see anybody work myself, but yeah, that's I can only imagine how fun that would be. I mean, I saw a lot of people talk about getting like the 30-minute drawing from David Finch and getting to stand in front of him, getting the time to come back to do it, and getting to watch him draw it and to have a conversation with him while he's doing the work.
Right.
How special that was for them. And so yeah, I think that's great. Fantastic, and I'm disappointed that I didn't get to watch it. Now I have to ask. I found a Hulk hand. I cannot find a Thing hand.
Let me see if I can.
Because look at that thing. Is it anything like that?
No,
not that. Okay. For anybody that's one of those, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon time for the Hulk. Clearly, yeah, I can't find it. I've Googled all everything.
I'll find
All
it.
right.
Anyway, let's on with the show.
On with the show. So what do we got? We can go on to some heritage picks, I guess. Peter Rose says he took a slew of process photos of Finch drawing. Cool. Well, Peter, upload those. Create a folder in the Google Share. If you don't have it, shoot me an email. I'll send you the link. But it was in the email, the recap email I sent out to attendees. Maybe that was Tuesday. I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday morning. I think it might have been Tuesday. But yeah, we'd love to see him. All right, let's see here. We got to share the right screen. Can't find my heritage screen.
Can I send you an image in the private chat?
A link to it? Yeah, we can do it that way. We'll find out anyway. Let's see. Jeez. All right, here, let me get this in the right spot to show it off here. All right, so fantastic.
Ian gave me that, and I kept saying like, I'm gonna drink beer out of this weekend, and I couldn't find a way to wash it to drink beer out of it, and so I thought, well, geez, I don't want to get sick.
So was this something that they sold at the theaters when the movie was out?
Disney.
It was I see it says Disneyland there, but I feel like I saw this straw at but hey, is that the only image? Oh nope, here you go. Clobber and Sipper.
Yep.
Did TSA give you a hard time bringing that back?
That blue lanyard thing is a strap. So even if I get super hammered, it just stays there.
Just throw it around here.
Yeah. I think he's going to get some mileage up here.
Wow. Okay. I love it. That's a very thoughtful gift. Absolutely.
Yeah. Ian is like I said, Ian is a saint.
Ian is a saint. Well, Ian, you're the best, man. All right, Marcus, enough. All right, let me hide that. Alberto said Uko was the only one he didn't get to finish it pre-OAX, so that's too bad. Sorry, Alberto. That can happen, but we don't like it when it does. well, anyway, onward and upward. What do we want to talk about? I guess, how about heritage picks, right? I guess we can go and look at those. Let's see. I think I got this thing here. Yeah, there we go. I was thinking I'd bid on this one, but I don't know. I'll probably go for too much. There's a nice Cyclops in there. This is Adam Hughes, Mark Farmer, Wildcats, X-Men, Modern
Oh,
Age
yeah.
#1 page. I thought that was a pretty good one.
Pen and Ink Hughes is special.
Yeah.
Look
All
at
right. I
that.
probably should
negative
have
space.
just bid on this one and not shown everybody.
Yeah, you might have coxed yourself.
I did. But the rest of the stuff's probably pretty passive here. So a Michael Whalen prelim. There were a couple up there this week. I just thought this was a good one. I mean, the other one was a lot looser. This one, I mean, almost feels kind of finished, right? I mean, if you throw a title dress up there, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and comes framed, ready to hang. Then Sam Keith. Everybody likes Sam Keith. No, we'll probably never get him to OAX, but never hurts to ask. Daredevil illustration. So, I actually thought this was a pretty good one. So it's, I think probably, there's not a lot of great, pieces you can get from Sam Keith too often on the interwebs. They just don't come up. So this one, I'm sure we'll get a few more bids before next week. Then I just like this illustration. It's it's kind of loose. If you look at it, I was like, oh, but it's right up Peter Rose alley, I guess, right? An airplane gunner. This is from 1944, Warren Kremer.
I love the lightning, or the electricity.
Shoot, I mean I think it's awesome. I
don't think that's very loose, Bill. I feel like that's pretty dialed in.
Well, the thing is from 44, the only reason, because it's very painterly, right? And you're right, it's not loose.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I'm thinking of more like, like what we might see from an EC comic or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, compared to that, for sure.
Blazing Combat, with Wally Wood or something like that. But you're right. I mean, as an illustration, it's it's not loose at all. Anyway, I like it. I see another one. I shouldn't have shown this one. Then there was actually quite a few Herb Trimpe Shogun Warriors pages up there, at least 4 if I'm not mistaken. I picked this one just because it was a cool end page. I like the the last panel in particular. But for those of you with a similar collecting bent like Derek, I'm sure there's going to be a fair enough amount of interest in all 4 of the pages or so that are up there right now.
That's the other thing. Derek Crabb, the prof, brought me it's already at work. I put it on my desk. He brought me a Springer blockies. So like you build a little transformer. Oh my God, it's amazing. I love it.
Man, Derek was Derek, you spread a lot of joy this weekend. Thank you
always
for
does.
that. I mean, you make the show all the more special. Man. Let me see here. What was the next piece? Oh, that's right. So speaking of that era, 1953 EC Comics Weird Science piece by Joe Orlando. He's kind of channeling Wally Wood machinery here, but I thought it was really cool. I mean, again, it's just the right era. You got all the right stuff, and it probably isn't going to end up being a super expensive page. But it's only $80 right now. See, another piece I should probably just not talked about that one. Then Dan Brereton Nocturnals Omnibus 2 splash page from Dark Horse. Don't see too many pages from Nocturnals come up, even if they're later like this one. So for those of you who are in the market for something from Dan.
Oh, it's got the raccoon on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's next here? Oh, there were a couple. See, you're gonna like this. Did you get a chance to look today? What was on Heritage?
No.
Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna show you this one because you're gonna like it. And there's at least one other page by Tommy Lee Edwards. This is from the Crow 4. Look at how atmospheric that third panel in particular. But this is so good. And then the 5th panel with reverse silhouette of the figures. I love this.
The pool hall is nuts.
Look at that. Yeah. And the other page, it was just as good. I don't know if it's from the Crow. We might as well end up seeing what it was because, Tommy's this. I love this page. I should only show the stuff I don't like, right?
You should, show the crap.
So this
it's not better. It's great though.
Yeah, it's Matrix Comics 20th anniversary, it says. But either way, I mean, come on, man. It's God, it's gorgeous.
Man, if you like airplane hangers, this is right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Your plane house?
Plain House, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel, you see this and you think, I think Sean Gordon Murphy might like little, or early Tommy Lee Edwards
Mhm.
working, right?
Oh yeah.
And panel layout design too.
Yeah.
That might be the only two. Oh, that's right. Okay, I've got a Duncan Fegredo coming up here. Then these next two are Richard Corbin. I have no idea what
Ooh.
Heartthrobs 3 is, but I know it was a Vertigo book.
Yep.
I just thought this is cool. It's because it's still in the 90s, 1999.
Might be gettable too, because not a super memorable book. I'm assuming we don't have a ton of Heartthrobs fans in the chat, but you'll forgive me.
No. That one's and I think there was another Corbin in the set too, and then Duncan Fegredo, Scarecrow #1 page from 98. So anyway, yeah, I love Fegredo stuff. I really like that.
Underappreciated artist.
Mm-hmm.
So lively and like detailed but loose, and like, I mean, he just like he does stuff that doesn't seem possible, like the train. Come on, man. Wow.
Yeah. No, I agree, and it's kind of cool to see, his use of blue ink here, and then you know how his I don't know, his process is these days with a lot of blue pencil or anyway, bottom line is that I thought this was cool. I had actually picked out like 2 other pages and I swapped them out for the Corbin and the Fegredo when I came across these at the end of going through them.
Look how creepy Scarecrow is looking in that subway window.
I'd be creeped
out. Bottom
out.
left panel.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Let's see. Jewish Dragon says I got my first Fegredo at OEX.
Oh, well, sweet.
What'd you get, Ian? Was it? Well, I'm curious. Let him tell us. There's a lot of good Fegredo out there.
Yeah.
Hellboy stuff is awesome. Off the rails, says Rick Welch. It was great meeting Rick Welch.
I briefly met Rick Welch. Damn it.
He's probably happy now that he knows that you were sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was awesome getting to meet Rick and his kids at the show. They all seemed to be having a great time. They went to the park afterwards. I didn't see Rick at the park. He went to Universal as well. But yeah, that was one of the highlights. Was getting to hang out with him.
Totally. And for me, Rick and Rich Cirillo and God, who else did I meet for the first time? I'm trying to think a couple other people. It'll come to me. But yeah, that's one of the coolest things.
Ian says he got a Hellblazer cover.
Ooh, from old Joe Melchior.
Now, see, now I'm regretting that. At the end, before I left, I remember seeing Ian on the other side of the lobby, and I was like, oh, I can say goodbye, or I'm too tired. I'm just gonna leave, and I left. And now I could have seen a Hellblazer cover by Fegredo if I would have.
I did that to a lot of people on Sunday. I was like, I got to go find, and then I was like, I got to sit down.
Oh man. Well, Ian, if you haven't posted your calf yet, we'll be looking for it. You never know. Could be in the picks next week. All right. And Rick Welch had a blast. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead and show off Nick Barucci. I think this might be the shortest video he has ever sent me because I do believe it's, I don't even know if it's 2 minutes long. I don't think it is. But where are you? Where are you? Here you go.
Everybody, quick video for this week because I haven't pulled everything yet. But between now and then, wherever you're watching this promo, please hit that thumbs up. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. And hit that bell for notification. And if you're a subscriber, make sure you're still subscribed. I think I hit all the points for everybody who's supporting us. So here we go. We've got, there's going to be a lot more, just to be clear. But we've got a John Romita Jr. cover inked by Scott Hanna. This is going to be at a blockbuster price on Friday. We've got Iron in the Fist #3 cover by Mark Bagley. An homage by Mark Bagley. Really cool cover. We've got a Witchblade #7 cover, and it might be hard to see, but this is Brett Booth Witchblade and the Darkness, again, another blockbuster price. Then we've got Spider-Man number 3, page 8. Check it out with all the spiders. I actually really love this page. If it sells, it sells. If not, I'm going to look forward to putting it back into the personal collection. Then we have Godzilla vs. Fantastic Four. Blue Line pencils by John Romita Jr., inks by Scott Hanna. So this is just a little bit of what we're going to have. We will have more. We'll have some introductory prices. We might even have a best offer. So Friday, February 27th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the Original Art Experience. See you then.
There we go.
That was quick.
That was quick. 1 minute, 40 seconds. Very brief this week. Alberto, he's breaking the hearts of comic art dealers across the nation when he said, I was so busy chatting, I did not stop by a single dealer booth except to say hi.
Yep.
And they all brought Captain America art just for you. And
Every one of them.
you just fist bumped and walked off. Oh, well, better luck next time. So, all right, calf update. We can do that and keep things rolling here. It was actually surprisingly, I don't believe people were recording sales, but they had a decent week. I guess we'll have to see what next week brings. Albert Moy was our number one seller last week. 200. Well, Albert had 115,000 out of the 282,000 that were sold by dealers whom we work with. Who was next? Anthony. Wow, he had the same number of sales as Albert, 15 sales each, and Anthony was at $83,000. What the heck did Anthony sell? He's usually he's the captain of smalls, and here he killed it. We got Ramita Man with 18 sales, $66,000, and Comic Con Art, 6 sales, $11,500. Now let's see, top 6 sales from dealers last week. We start things off with an Albert Moy sale. This is from a Peanuts Sunday from 1973. Asking price on this one, $75,000. And come on, you get Snoopy and the dog bowl on a snowy day. It's perfect. Then Anthony, here you go, $65,000. This explains it all right here. This is from Incredible Hulk issue 6, what the last issue, I think, from 1963. All Ditko pencil and inks went for $65,000. Then Berkey sold this Herb Trimpe Hulk 190 splash, 1975 with Marie Severin inks for $24,000. Then let's see, Albert sold this Masters of the Universe Revelation issue number 1 cover by Mike Mignola, $10,000 on that one. Then we have an Adam Hughes Wonder Woman 50 pinup. This one went for $8,000. Kind of an early Hughes there, right? You can tell by the signature.
Right.
And our last one, a Murphy Anderson Brave and the Bold 61 page sold by Albert for $6,500. That's a pretty nice page.
Man, that's a great page. If you like
that last panel, I was like, feel the vibrations on that one. Damn it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Murphy Anderson. I mean, you can't say he's underrated, but you don't hear collectors talk about him a lot. That's
I mean, the contributions compared to the commentary, yeah, I agree, are stilted in the wrong direction.
Oh, and Wonder Effing Woman is going off to bed. So good night, Jill. Thank you for coming on tonight. We will try to abide by the mantra of more Jill, less Bill. We'll figure out how to get you on again real soon. Maybe her and Casey could do a show one night,
Oh my
or let them do picks. We could let them close out the show doing picks.
Casey will swear.
She's
swearing.
All right. Well, that'll keep it fun. That'll definitely keep it fun. All right. Next up, let's see. We got the auction results from last week. So this week there was actually a lot of different ones. We had the eBay regular, Heritage Weekly. There was the animation auction again, which did about 13. But there was also, I know there was something else. If Colin was in here, he'd probably tell me what it was. But I know that the Heritage had another small one, and then the OAX art auction. The results from that published in our market report yesterday, $207,000 in sales at the OAX auction. I mean, almost doubling what we did last year. So it was pretty freaking awesome. Those we won't see, but everybody knows the Adam Hughes Zatanna did really well. 15.5 for that one. The Gist Moon Knight image that is now a Marvel cover went for $15,000 too.
Yeah.
And the now well, I know I'm going to butcher it. The Grego Wolverine painting went for $11,000, and that was we didn't get to see the original. You know, because it was held up in customs. We Kes was able to pick it up, so we're gonna have to figure out how to ship that one out to the buyer. But at $11,000, I mean that was a gorgeous piece.
Yep.
The Jill and Casey show, Derek. So yeah, I think we got a few votes for this, Chris.
Have them on to do picks. Hell yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, we're gonna work that out. I'm gonna talk.
You know who else we need to do picks? The professor.
You know, you are absolutely right. All right, I'm taking notes. We got to get Derek on here, but Casey and Jill on their own. I'll just be in the green room, just changing the slides for them. That's gonna be a good one.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
be in front of my laptop, swilling beer,
Swearing in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. But yes, sir. Let's go talk about the top 3 eBay and top 3 Heritage sales from last week. And what do we got here? First up. Oh, and again, these the first 2 pieces. It's funny. I've actually started watching the show on HBO. This is from Hedge Knight #1, page 2. Now it was listed as $5,000. It actually sold for $2,500 from Juan E. Ferreira. Help me out there, Chris.
Ferreira.
Thank you. And then this other piece, was listed at 4. It was sold for 2. This is from Hedge Knight 6. So
Ferreira, because he's Brazilian, but
all right. Well, then this Jim Lee Batman illustration, it actually did sell for $2,900 straight up. Buy it now, if I'm not mistaken. Then over at Heritage, they got I didn't pay attention last week because we didn't have a show. This was a John Byrne Gene Day Amazing Spider-Man 206 page, really nice. Went for $5,500. Then everybody's got to have one, but most of us still don't have it in our collection. David Wright Carol Day comic strip went for $4,125, and it's stunning. Isn't that nice? And then John Byrne, once again, Jack and Roz Legacy Award winner last weekend. This Fantastic Four 248 splash page went for $3,875. And everybody tried to get John Byrne there just for the Jack and Roz. Couldn't work it out, but we every opportunity that could have been made was made. But hey, it was still tons of fun.
You had his avatar.
Yeah, I am quite certain we will get a photograph of him with the award once he gets it in hand. And there you go. Chuck Arnold says that splash was a deal. I totally agree. There's a really, I didn't highlight it, but there was a really good Alpha Flight, I think like Alpha Flight 16 page that is at the Heritage Weekly. So just throwing it out there, Chuck Arnold, in case you didn't see it, but I'm sure you already did.
Ironically, I think if I went to buy a Byrne, I think I would try to get Alpha Flight before I would try to get Fantastic Four.
Okay. I don't know. It'd be a toss-up for me. I really like the Fantastic Four stories. I might like the Alpha Flight art a little bit more, but at the end of the day, yeah, those FFs or the FF art is a bit more nostalgic for me. But you're absolutely right, though. The Alpha Flight artwork, I think I might find more appealing.
I think that's the best stuff he ever did, personally. But
what would Chuck Arnold say is the best stuff he ever did?
All of it. All of it. He never made a mistake.
There you go. Alberto says, I'd pick a Byrne Cap page.
Dude, that Baron Blood storyline, that's one of my favorite Cap storylines ever. And he drew that. And man, there is nary a hair out of place in that thing.
There you go. Chuck Arnold loves the She-Hulk era. Wasn't that done on a lot of Duo Shade too? Or some of the issues done on Duo Shade?
Yep.
That would make it for pretty unique John Byrne artwork, that's for sure. Marcus says lab rats. Lab Rats pages are still very affordable. That I know. Whenever they pop up, yeah.
Marcus, do me a favor and start naming other John Byrne failures in the chat.
It's 1999. Yeah, you can pick a few out there. Oh man! All right, let's dive into these picks. We got 45 minutes to get through them, so
we're good.
I know we can do it. We can do it. I ended up kicking a few of mine out. I don't even think I have 10 anymore, and that's okay. So even Brian Bailey, who loves his DC, says the Cat Bear and Blood era was some of the
It
best.
is, man. It's so good. Union Jack's in there. I love Union Jack. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Iron Fist says pop sequentialism. Yeah, that's I don't know. I like this Iron Fist stuff. Different.
Yeah.
One Marvel fan. She-Hulk 1 sold at OAX for $300K. That was the buzz that I heard too. That's I mean, it's a far cry from the Black Widow first appearance cover, but hey, this one was all color. Okay, Chris, you get to start us off with the Michael Lovett's Alan Davis special, which was one of the pre-OX pieces, and let's zoom in on this. Alan was if you saw the pieces, a lot of the stuff Alan put out for his pre-OX buyers, he did an incredible job on all.
They
of
were
them.
absolutely insane.
He sketched all weekend too. I mean, every time I walked by there, he was sketching. A lot of people got a lot of the smaller like headshots from him, but boy, oh boy, he worked his butt off, and we couldn't have been happier. Maureen got to pick him up at the airport. She what did she put on there? I think she drew like an X-Men logo. I don't know. I asked her to take a picture of it. She's like, I'm not taking a picture of me. I'm like, I don't want a picture of you. I want a picture of the sign. She wouldn't do it. So, but she took the car to the car wash and even vaxxed it. She wanted it to be like it was a clean Uber ride from the airport over to the hotel. But
that's service right there.
That is service. That's the first time we've ever picked anybody up at the airport, but he was very appreciative. So here you go. Michael Lovett's, he doesn't go the Excalibur route. He goes the Galactus versus FF route. And I thought this is freaking awesome. And it's funny, every time I look at it, I almost don't see the Human Torch, right? And all of a sudden when I see him, it's like, oh, I love the way he drew him in here.
Yeah, I kind of like backed into the Human Torch from Galactus's face the first time I looked at this. Anyway, so he's a great FF artist, like no question. I think what I like the most about this, though, the composition is incredible. Like that's a given. But I think what I like the most about this is each individual character, including Galactus, has like a slightly unique take on the inking. Like the Human Torch is like sparse and like you kind of get that like, I'm going to say John Byrne type, like, the slashy like look to the Torch's figure. Mr. Fantastic, like super duper clean. The Thing actually has a ton of textures. Like there's a lot of highs and lows in the rocks, which I think is great. There's a bunch of hatching on him, which I think is really effective too. And then Sue off on the right, like she's a little closer, kind of like matching style-wise to Mr. Fantastic. But then he does the thing where he drops out Galactus's fist. It's like a halftone image and in his leg as well, in the power effect from his fist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just got a ton to look at in one image.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and it was unexpected. I just figured everybody was going to go X-Men and Excalibur, but no,
I was really hoping somebody would get a Legion of Superheroes, but I didn't see one.
Well, Michael Lovett's he rolls the dice and came out on top.
Yeah,
but I do think we'll see those other Alan Davis pieces this week. Not everybody could get them posted before the end of the day.
We're up. James's is up. I saw at least one other one. I think Jason's might be up.
Jason's was good too.
Yeah.
And that cover that Alberto picked up, I did not get to look through whatever they brought, vintage stuff he'd been holding on to. Did you get to look at any of the art that he had available?
By the time I got to his table, like my understanding was most of it was gone. So I kind of like looked over people's shoulders, but yeah, I think it got pillaged pretty quickly.
Well, we really thank Alan for making the trip out here. That made the show very special for us. So let me get I got my like on there already. All right, next up. See, I was going to pick this page too, and then I saw it, and I knew you were going to pick it. So what is one of the few times where I backed off, and and I got it right. I didn't back off of other stuff. But this is so awesome. But whose collection are we in? We're in Vale DG's collection. Juan Jimenez page. Holy crap! This thing is awesome. I love this one.
The perspective and the depth that he achieves in this are absolutely unbelievable. And he cheats a little bit in places, like, with visual tricks, like he's got the boot breaking the panel plane, things like that. The gun in that same panel, like, is backed out against the negative space from the gutter. That, I mean, is just, he is purely playing with perspective, but you feel like that thing is pointing right at you.
Oh yeah.
And that's just the fun stuff on the page. That's to say nothing of like all the technical stuff that's happening. But it's so wild and at the same time so detailed and so clean, which is, in my opinion, I think maybe the best thing about him stylistically is how he gets these like absolutely insane looking characters on the page, but it doesn't cross over into like slashy kind of like fantasy art. It still retains that like really far future like sci-fi edge to it because of the level of detail.
Well, I love the the sparse delicate line work that he puts in there. Most of this is painterly work, right? Just doing some tonal work for the flesh. It's got tones here, and then you just look at the the ink work is he's as minimal as he can make it. Right. I mean, you look at some of these, I was really looking at, the first time is like this figure, just sparse line work to pull it all together. You just, he's doing most of his work in the wash. I mean,
yeah, good point. He's getting a ton of separation in the tones.
Yeah. This is really beautiful.
And this like recurring, like the eye motif throughout the whole page is cool too.
I want one.
Yeah, me too. A lot of these have come up to auction somewhat recently, and they're not cheap, but they're not out of range either.
I just hopped over to see what we have in our Art Scout crawler. The Daniel Megan Gallery has one for 8,000 euro. It's beautiful. But wow. Yeah. All right. Well, that's just another thing to wish for one day.
Right.
Next up, I thought this one was cool, but I thought you'd pick it, and I was right. So this is from Conan Volume 1, Bound in Black, Stone Deluxe Edition. Clearly some kind of a wraparound image. Interior splash. All right, there we go.
So De La Torre is obviously doing Big John, right? And why not? I mean, why not? If you're gonna ape somebody on this book, like, he's the choice. And this is gonna seem sacrilegious. Like, some of it's better. Like, De La Torre is
sacrilegious for me.
I know. I felt horrible saying it, but like, some of the stuff is a little better. And like this edges into that territory. The way he's got all these figures wedged together, I mean, like, this is something you absolutely would have seen in the, kind of Savage sort of old.
I'm just gonna disagree. Since I can't. I know what you're saying, but I think the composition's probably a little out there for him, but I don't know. So what makes it better to you?
So in my mind, it's well, Rich Danny's actually just said it in the chat. It's tighter.
Okay.
It's less freewheeling. It's less rushed feeling. Like, I felt like, so in my mind, and I guess my understanding of the situation is like, this was like, Big John was like, hallelujah, I can finally quit drawing spandex. Like, I'm going to have some fun, right? His stuff on Conan feels like he's having a good time. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's amazing, but it's less technical than it could be. Because we all know what he's capable of from a technical standpoint, for draftsmanship and like all that kind of stuff. When Big John wanted to like dial it in, it was dialed in. And that's what I see here. But it's on Conan.
All right. All right. I mean, and that I get it. I might not fully agree with it, but I get it now. I did love this piece though. I mean, the
Yeah.
composition, with the figures like that and the stone outcropping, whatever the hell that is. I mean,
Yep.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah. And imagine
Anyway,
how this looks on a wall. Like the format of this thing, it's got, I mean, this is just like perfect to hang on your wall.
there you go. John C says you might have a lightning bolt coming your way. You and
Maybe
Rich
from,
Danny.
maybe from Bill's hammer.
That's right. But a beautiful piece. I mean, I just had a feeling you were going to pick this one. I don't know why. And then I was trying to see if it had a size on it, but it does not. That should have. All right. What do we got next? We get something from T-Shan. Okay, see, we both picked this one.
Sorry.
Chris sent his picks in a little late, and I missed it somehow, and I picked the same page. But come on, early Magnola, Hulk.
We can agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
And this
mean,
is what's his face, right? Jerry or Gary Talok.
yeah.
Talok. Love
Um,
his inks.
This is not going to surprise anybody. This is one of my favorite periods for the Hulk. But this is, if I'm being totally honest, this is before I even knew who Mike Mignola was. And it's probably before a lot of people knew who Mike Mignola was. I mean, this is early stuff, but like, this is when he's showing his like earlier influences, like the P. Craig Russell, the Frazetta, the, like all those kinds of things, like Corbin, like kind of where he came from. And I think it was so fun on this book at the time. And it's easy to separate it stylistically from, kind of what he evolved into. And I think that's a good thing because like so many times when you see an artist evolve, it's like subtle, like they cleaned up a little bit or they started doing something a little bit different with how they put a page together, whatever, but stylistically they stay the same. And this is such a departure, from his later stuff. I think that makes it like uniquely appreciable.
I liked Mignola's work on Hulk, and he did a couple issues of Alpha Flight around the same period. And yeah, love it all. I think Gary or Jerry Talok or Talok, as
I don't know.
Peter was saying. Either way, I love this period. I'd love to get a page from this from either the Hulk or Alpha Flight.
He and Byrne like swapped duties, right? Didn't they swap books?
I think you might be right. Yeah. Oh,
and then they crossed over, which was badass.
You see, Chuck, I wonder who followed Mignola on that. Yeah.
Jeff Purvis.
Oh man, Hulk and his skivvies. Yeah, it does look like that. All right. Well, that's a good one. Yeah. No, again, who's Calf Gallery in here? Oh, T-Shen. That's right. 17-year veteran of CAF. Now I see a DC here. So this is in Kenneth Gagnon's collection, and it's a DC House of Secrets by Rudy Nebres.
Seeing Rudy Nebres on his own, I think, is just a treat, period. But I love the way he's cramming a ton of, I guess, exposition / action because, you're following this plane crashing like beat by beat. But like the amount of detail he is able to cram into what is happening with that plane in those like the panels 2, 3, and 4 is kind of shocking. And it's all really legible. Like he's doing it like kind of through the inks more than anything. But the way he wraps up the page with those two kind of like, more emotive, like personal panels on the bottom, I think really like holds this whole thing together. Because he could have just kept on with like, fire and, whatever. But those two images at the bottom, like that could easily be Doctor Strange or something, right? But great figural drawing, great expressions. I just think like, he did so much, and like this is a really good example of him from the period.
Yeah, look at the inking, just in the hair and his collar and the smoke behind him. I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful work. You're right. I mean, there's a lot of action in here, and everything's so clean.
Yeah, it's really legible.
Legible is the right word, not clean. Love it. I absolutely love this page.
Cool.
Good pick. I didn't see that one. And let's see, it's in a gallery room titled "My Wife's Diana Spectacular Gallery." All right, cool. Either he's buying it or she's buying it, but either way, somebody's got good taste. Now, this one I wasn't going to pick, and you picked it, so you're gonna have to explain yourself to me.
Sure.
This is the Jaws image by John Holmes, and it's not that John Holmes, everybody. It's
Right,
the,
in spite of the
painter
big,
John Holmes.
in spite of the big white phallus that's on the image, it's not that John Holmes.
Yeah.
I think this because it's historically significant, don't you think?
Oh, of course, absolutely. So this is from the book cover, right? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is just framed. Okay, I thought maybe you might put the actual image of the book cover. It is.
I love
It's
how
totally
stark. I love how stark it is. I also love how you're barely able. I mean, it's a great graphic device. You're barely able to make out the ocean from the night sky. You can. It's really difficult though. And I think that's why this image works so well, is because like it sets a theme, it sets a tone, like all those kinds of things. And like you have to take a second to realize, Stingray Jason, you have to take a second to realize, what you're looking at, in spite of the fact that like this is such an iconic image for all of us. Like we're used to seeing the movie poster, I think, a lot more than this image. But it's also what makes it so creepy, right? It looks like they're in the same plane, but they're not.
It is creepy. More so than the movie poster, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels more horrific.
It got a lot of I don't know, it kept popping up on my feed the last couple of days. So okay, thank you, Marcus, for that. He
Well,
would
like
know.
I say, I think this is a significant add to CAF.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need, how do we set up a designate an area, significant pieces to CAF quite like this, and then be able to have write-ups for it. That we need to think about that.
Like a CAF museum?
Something like that, I think, because certainly there's pieces like that that deserve to be there, even if they change hands at some point, something along those lines. Because you're right, there are significant pieces out there, and yeah, I don't know, it's something to think about. But well, okay, I'll keep thinking.
All right.
So this was in The Man Behind the Red Hood's CAF Gallery, Robert Isaac. Oh, it's a Red Hood Comics guy. Yeah. All right. The Phil Hester. It's, the amazing Phil Hester that I didn't get to talk to. And he's a 17-year veteran. This piece was on my list.
I so wanted to pick his brain about his gallery. I so wanted to talk to him, just like, if I could talk to one other guy about art at the show, it would have been Phil Hester. And I kind of I was like right by his table, and he was drawing, and like, Phil, if you're watching, I'm sorry, he looked a little surly. And I was like, maybe he's having a hard time with the commission he's working on or something. Like, not now.
Stingray.
Yeah, that'll piss anybody off.
Oh, shoot.
So anyway, yeah, that's as an aside. But what do I like about this piece? I love how surreal it is. I love how daring this take on like what you're looking at is. It's Lovecraft, right? And like part of the thing with Lovecraft is like the horror that you're seeing is incomprehensible to like the human mind. And I think he does a decent job of getting that across on this page, because it's hard. It's like, what am I looking at? It's nasty. Like, but I'm having a hard time comprehending what I'm seeing. And I think, Breccia is one of those artists where I'm kind of like, he's uniquely suited to that task.
No, I agree. Breccia, I was going to pick this piece in part because Breccia was pretty prolific, in horror works and whatnot. But when you come across his art, there's always he was like one of the early kind of experimenters with using photocopies and
Yep.
reproduction stuff in his work.
And how he would crop things, or
yeah, because a lot of these are paste ups that you see here. I mean, even the lettering is a paste up. This looks original on the board, and then you have it looks like what is it? This panel.
that's the original. And
Right,
then,
right here, and then these are probably are pasted on. This is the original. Then it's zoomed in on a little bit here with paste ups, and it's really common. I mean, but the thing is, Breccia's work is very powerful. They're oversized. They're probably like 13 by 19-inch pieces, so they're impressive when you see them. But it's something you have to get over when you see it too, because he might have overlays with other pieces on it, but at the end of the day, it's what you get when you get a Breccia, but they're really, really cool to see in person. But anyway, I actually own a couple, but I don't own them anymore.
Oh darn!
I know. Berkey came into I remember it was like 20 years ago. He came into like a couple hundred pieces of Breccia art. Hell, he might even have them still stashed away somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the hell they were, but they were very similar in style to this, and a lot of reproduction work on it with original stuff. And he would draw right over the reproduction stuff too.
Yep.
Anyway, very cool piece, and he's like you said, it was a Lovecraft. Lovecraft's The Ceremony. So Phil Hester, and that would have been cool, man. I would have, it would have been fun. That would have been fun to have you do like a 5-minute chat with Phil Hester. And film it. That would have been a fun segment at OAX. Honestly, I would have paid to see that after the show.
I would have paid to do that.
There you go. Oh, let's see. I like this one too. So, Pepe Larraz. This is in ES's Calf Gallery, and I mean, beautiful composition, beautiful, tonal work on this thing. The 3 figures work so well together. I mean,
perfect. Like I say this a lot, but the depth he gets, the separation that he gets, like not just between the characters, but like foreground, midground, background. I mean, expertly done. Like it's a little bit of a trope at this point, the beheaded sentinel with the mutants and like stuff like that. So like the concept of the cover is kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, we're doing this again. But the execution just, I mean, nobody is spared here. Like this thing is, it's tonally perfect. It's like, man, the guy is so unbelievably skilled.
Yep. No, I agree. I love the little fine cross hatching that he does in this piece. Yeah, I loved it the moment I saw it, and then it was on you. I thought I got it first, and then I got your list, and I was like, you son of a gun. All right.
Yep.
That's all right.
Next week, Monday, like usual. I won't be laying in bed for 30 hours.
Good. That's good. We need the old Chris Norrick back. So what do you think about having Robert Berman sing you into the show? I mean, if we can get a recording of that. I'm gonna try to get a copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
We might do that next week.
The Doctor.
Uh-huh.
I could have used a doctor on Sunday.
All right. Troy Robazovsky, a 2-year veteran of CAF, and this is a Rambutan, who we tend to be seeing a little bit more and more. I think Jiggy actually had a few Rambutans with him at the table.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Had I known. I really like Rambutan's style. I love the like incredibly graphic elements that are in this piece that are like, clearly juxtaposed against the way more detailed take on the figure. I think the color choices are all really smart and clever. That red block in the background, the red rectangle in the background, serves no purpose other than a graphic element. And I love when artists do stuff like that. I think like that puts the design so forward in a piece like this. And, you know, the way he uses the, you know, he squares off the wings. It's purely just to like frame that figure. The wings, yeah, obviously a part of the character, but again, just acting as a graphic element here. The strike through that he does with, you know, the sword. I mean, I love so many things about this, but like so few of them are about the fact that it's magic or like whatever. So kind of harkening back to the like, would you buy an image like of just a tree by this artist? Like maybe, because like you know, not a magic fan, like don't care about that. This is just like so well designed and so well executed that it kind of doesn't matter to me who it is.
I'm with you there. I like this one a lot. I would have liked to have seen it if it was at OEX or picked up there. Probably wasn't, but either way, no, I thought it was great. I love, you know, with Ramatani, they always sort of, I don't know, like in this case, I mean, this isn't the way, you know, you expect to see the character costume wise, color wise, or anything, but it works. I like the different approach. You know, everybody else would be going for something far more traditional, and yet no, I think this is gorgeous. So congrats to Troy on that one. I got my like on it. Okay, I think this is your last one. This was a complete issue, wasn't it? Yeah, complete story.
Complete story. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You know, Coker. Now here, let's just zoom in on this. We can appreciate Wally Wood. This is a page. You know, if you're going to get a Wally Wood, if you want to have a strong central figure, and then you want to have that you know,
the technology
inside of the ship. Yeah, exactly. This thing is unbelievable.
The lettering, good Lord, the lettering.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, I think when anybody talks about wanting to get a Wally Wood, you know, you don't want his fantasy pieces. You know, you want a nice sci-fi
for
piece
sure,
like this,
or war, but sci-fi. Yeah,
yeah, war would do. It would do, but this is what you want. But man, look at that. Just the fact that he's, you know, the characters, you know, don't have the tonal work on it.
Yep.
And then the
that's
ship,
exactly what I love about this.
Yeah, because it just pops. I mean, as a thumbnail, it grabbed my attention immediately because the
100%.
lettering and the figures just popped off the page. But man, oh man, I love. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And I love that spaceship. Come on, the spaceships could never look like that in real life, but back then they could be any shape that we wanted. That imaginations would allow you to do it.
Yep, absolutely. We didn't know Jack back then.
No, right. But yeah, no, I love this. And you know, if anybody who has never been in Coker's Calf Gallery, I mean, you could spend an hour in there because there's just so many really great examples from so many legendary artists. But yeah,
this page is a miracle. I mean, it is absolutely wow. I looked at it for a solid 5 minutes when I picked it, and then I was like, "Oh, look at that!" And I mean, what do you even say?
Nothing other than you know, bow and just say, you know, we're not worthy, Tom. You know, it's just cool. I mean, it's like, you know, Tom's a super nice guy, and he's, you know, so he's been in the hobby for a long time, and just has a great eye and the cachet to pull off, you know, getting stuff like this in their collection. I mean,
more power to him.
Terry says, suspend your disbelief. Yeah, okay, I get it. Anyway, Tom's a man, and Tom had a great show. He said he had 10 tons of fun. Didn't do any $250,000 deals or trades or anything like that. But didn't matter. You know, you can't do a $250,000, you know, every show. Deals like that.
Yeah, darn it.
But again, it's like I didn't get to see what Tom brought either, so I'm kind of disappointed. I should have made a point to at least pop in and see what the back wall looked like. And
every OAX, I'm like, I regret that I didn't do X, Y, and Z. It's, you know, you have said to me so many times, you don't typically regret what you did, you regret what you didn't do. And OAX is a big case of like, I'm glad I did X, Y, and Z, but goddamn, I sure wish I would have done A, B, and C.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it. And it's just it's what you focus on, right? I remember, I don't know, I think it was at one point where I was just a little frantic about something, and somebody could tell I wasn't, you know, whatever. And I don't know what I said to them, but they looked at me and said, Bill, you know, you might a few things might be going wrong, but think of all the things that are going right now, because you know, and then you should feel better about where you're at right now. And I don't remember I think it might have been like Rose behind the desk said that to me because I was so whatever it was. It picked me up. I was like, you're right. You know, so it's kind of the converse of that, right? You know, it's those few things you miss out on that bother you the most. You don't realize all the other things that you did that you really enjoyed, and that just part of that experience. My rooster. See, I say that my rooster just crowed outside. It's 11:45. All right, it's my picks time. So I picked this one just for Kavi. It's in Kavi's Gaff Gallery, and you know, Kavi had a little slip and fall when he was at the Hilton, and
there's an irony in this page.
there's definitely an irony. Yeah, many of you know Kavi had a slip and fall a few years back, and it's taken him a long time to recover. And then he had an accident this past weekend. I saw this in his gallery, and I mean, I couldn't help but pick it because it just made me think of Kavi. Kavi still was in good spirits throughout the whole weekend. He was there.
Made it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Toughed it
I
out.
mean, you gotta persevere and push through it. So, so there you go. I can't say who was the artist on this. I wasn't even sure. Bill Vigoda from Jughead 142. Okay. You know, it's hard, you know, because a lot of times Dan DeCarlo pieces come up and, you know, and they're all really good, but I never pick them. You know, I'll see them even on a Heritage Weekly and I'm like, that's another great Dan DeCarlo Archie page. And I just look it over. So even though it's not Dan DeCarlo, we get to get an Archie page in here irregardless. So congrats, Kavi, on that one. I picked this one early. I mean, it's funny that Assad pickup that Robert had was pretty freaking amazing. I wish I would have seen that one because you know, with Assad's work, you know, with the color work, a lot of times it sort of feels more like the background here, right? Like even when he'll do figurative work, they're not going to be that striking. So I picked this piece because the figures are really, you know, they're just really powerful in this, and you get the standard background here. But it's a very different.
Up the saturation, particularly Magneto, but I mean less so like Doom's the green on Doom, and it definitely, it literally stands out.
It does, and so you compare that to like Robert's page, and that page just had so many different tonal variations, and it wasn't more kind of a flat kind of approach, which is what I love about his work. There was just more pop and depth in that first big panel than the other two. So anyways, but back to James's cover here, I just thought it's fantastic, and I love, you know, a lot of times the figures should be dominating a cover, but the background here has a lot of room to kind of be its own thing, and I think
hold the trade dress, hold the logo,
right, and clearly they're there to protect whatever that is behind them. So it's important to give it its own little bit of space there too. No more mutants, shouts James Siegel. James, see, we mentioned his name, and there he is again. It's James Siegel or Bud Root, and he'll be here. Congrats, James. I heard James posted some other bangers last week, so I guess you need to go over to James's gallery and check out what he's posted. Let's see, Delato. Yeah, I mean, I like this piece because you know I love the colors. They're just so the blues. They feel they're silver. It's metallic, and he gets so much out of not a lot of variation between the two characters, right? It's really the skin tone that really separates them, where you have Domino, right, with more of a white tail face, and you get Wolverine with the flesh tone in his arms, and that just helps separate the two figures. I like it a lot. The composition's great, and I don't have anything more to say to it other than
it screams cover. I mean, like this is like what you want on an X-Force cover in my mind. You know, it's got blades and guns, and like it's dark. So like thematically or tonally, not literally tonally, but I think it's perfect. And to your point, like I think people tend to forget everything that you can do with gray. You can have red gray, gray red, green gray, green, gray green. Like you can really hop back and forth, and like with a teeny bit of chroma, like you can add so much richness to a gray. And he's clearly very good at that.
Well, that's gorgeous. So this is in J&80's Calf Gallery. That makes sense. Yeah, lots of you could spend a lot of time in J&80's Calf Gallery as well.
Especially
10
if you
years.
like mutant villains.
Definitely. Next up, Steel number 0. See, I didn't even read what this was. Actually, I picked 2 pieces from Paul. Doggone it, I forgot about that. I forgot this one was in Paul's Calf Gallery when I had to go and do some replacements. But anyways, just that image of Steel, just dominating
Yeah.
the page like that
The
was
weight.
what got me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he feels like a true badass. I mean,
Yeah, he
it
looks
just
like such a bruiser, and I love the like the kind of like slightly like slouched or like hunched pose, like, and then combine that with the armor, like it just gives that figure such heft.
yeah, definitely. And you get the little flashback, in the first panel with
Yeah.
Doomsday. This is a cool page. I mean, it's got a lot going for it.
Yep.
And I did like okay, Batista and Faber on this one from 1994. Very cool page. So,
Yep.
congrats to Paul. So, all right, I have to show the other. It is Paul's piece on the next one, isn't it? Yeah, it is, and it's back to his Spidey page. But this is Rurik Tyler. I like the composition on it. I love the perspective on the building behind them, the Vulture and Spidey battling it out. They're not even centered
Yeah.
on the page. They're really just kind of centering the action and the explosion there. And it's just, I thought it was just totally cool. I want to see it with the trade dress on it to see how the final image looked. But
Tough
right, exactly. I love throwing the little bit of building there in the front of them.
Uh-huh.
This is great, and there's something about the inking style in here that for me just made me feel like I'm back in the '80s or something. Like I'm looking at some
Yeah.
Golden slash
I can
William
see
slash.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, there was I really like this piece a lot. I guess I like it even more than the prior piece from Paul's collection. But this is Web Spinners Tales of Spider-Man 16. So very cool. Oh, there you go. I didn't even know that the image was actually there. I'm probably not going to like it as much. Nope, I don't.
Oh wow. Nope.
Nope. I mean, man, they just totally. I mean, you don't even know there's a building there.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right. No, here we go. I mean, come on. They totally ruined that.
Night and day.
Oh man. But see what did they do? They probably didn't like it that the figures aren't right in the center. So they did their best to zoom in a little bit on it
Like
and then
reframe it.
yeah. Oh well, hey, editors aren't always the smartest bunch.
Rich Danny's good. Yeah, it's like a Rick Leonardi.
Oh,
vibe.
Leonardi. Yeah, you're totally right, Rich. Absolutely. Okay. All right, got to put the mask set. All right, 3 more pieces here. I picked this one just because, this is from Card Art, and I just, I thought it was cool just for people who haven't collected card art before to see kind of how it's, presented. I mean, sometimes you get 4 different cards on a page.
Sometimes it's
cool.
2 and a couple of insets, or
and sometimes a lot of times these pages will be cut up too, and not by in every case probably by the collectors. Sometimes by the the people who are printing it and publishing it. You might only get because the Joe Phillips stuff that we sold, a lot of times they were cut into smaller pieces, and you just got the small inset character for the other side of headshot for the other side of the card and the main figure on it, and those were just decisions done when they were printing them. But so you don't see them like this too often, right? So this is Ron Lim and I mean Jim Sanders as an inker I'm not familiar with, but cool stuff.
You get a Ron Lim Thanos on there with the gauntlet. I mean, that's kind of hard to beat.
And the cap. I mean, that's a great cap throwing the shield. So, and who are we in here? Rohan Joseph. Well, congrats to Rohan on this one. Again, I picked it just because you got to see this stuff. I saw it and I was like, I'm going to show this one just because of what it is. And
yeah.
All right. So, you even put the published images in there.
Somebody, I want to say it was last week. It might have been the week before. Somebody posted a ton of Upper Deck versus card game art, and that really like took me back. My brothers and I used to play that game, and it was like, oh my god, there's that card and that card, and so yeah, it is cool.
I think Upper Deck was in the keywords. I didn't see them, so I'll have to go back and look.
I think if you searched versus, just
versus.
VS. Yeah.
Making a note. All right, two more here, and I forgot what I picked. Oh, I like this one. John
Oh,
Buscema,
man alive.
224 page. I mean,
The
anytime you watch Hercules getting his butt whipped by anybody,
Yeah.
it's a good day. But here you got the Destroyer just beaten down on
Oh,
the bird.
yeah.
He doesn't stand a chance. I love this page. I mean,
Yeah.
it made me smile the moment I saw it. See you smiling. It's a good. I mean, it's a great page.
100%.
Destroyer is one of my favorite Thor villains, and I did. It's the moment I knew Thor wasn't on it, I just got even happier because I was like, oh yeah, this isn't Thor getting his butt beaten by the Destroyer.
No.
But that first panel's fantastic. It's Buscema and what Esposito. So yeah, I mean it's just classic. Everything you want, getting smashed into a building. So all you see is rubble around his legs. Great fourth panel where he's just like, this guy's just going to keep whooping on him, and he
It's the
might as well
Destroyer,
change the
man.
diapers. I don't know, but anyway, bottom line, I love it. I love
That's
this page.
amazing.
Yeah, and you look at pages like this, and no Thor on it, you usually can get a deal. I mean, I don't think Hercules carries a big premium, but yeah, if I would have seen this one at auction, I would have definitely considered going after it. It's fun.
No, I don't want to invoke your ire, but I'm going to do a little callback. Think about how clean and like tight this all is, and then think about Conan.
All right. You're gonna make I'm gonna have to go back.
Not in a bad way. I'm just saying there's a stylistic departure there.
All right, I'm not gonna argue with you on it anymore. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna try to see if I can feel it the same way you were feeling it too. But yeah, I'd still rather have this one. But anyways, and okay, let's see, Ron B. Okay, Ron B. 2 years on calf. Congrats, Ron. You got a good one there. All right, what was my last piece? Oh, man, an AXA page. Was this in? See, it's not in Brian Peck's calf gallery. Tony S. Been on the site for 7 years. So this is Enric Badia Romero. This one is just kind of cool. I mean, it's a same. Well, geez, I mean, it's huge.
Wow, what a
All right.
stand.
Let me open this one in a new tab. There we go. That's much better. Oh, that's just cool. I mean, a lot of times it's this would be a 3-panel strip, right? And
Stingray adjacent.
And it is Stingray adjacent. I didn't even think that, but I thought it was awesome. It's a cool page. Get close-ups of the two female figures, and then look at all the detail in the ocean over here. I mean, just it's a lot of work for a small strip panel, right? But
look at the scan. Just lets you. I mean, you can see every individual pen stroke.
Right, and look at that. I mean, he's using either some kind of a dry brush. He might be using a Demio sponge on here to get some of these textures on it. But look at all that, and he's always using it through here too. I didn't even know.
Cool.
Ah, that could, yeah, it has that kind of feel.
Yeah,
look at that. That's
so cool.
It is. I like this thing even more. Makes me want. I need one of these for my collection. Looks tight, says Marcus. Yeah, well, yeah. Rich Denny's doesn't like the word balloon placement. Well, it's tough. You're right. They cover up that shark. Well, they could have made it less wordy. Blame it on the writer. Anyway, there's my last pick of the evening, and again, this is in Tony S's calf gallery. Tony's got a great collection as well. Got my like on that one. Okay, cool.
We did it, Bill.
We did do it with 2 minutes to spare. 2 minutes to spare, man. Correct. So I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry we didn't get to hang out. Did you drink that beer that you were going to give to me?
I did.
Good. I'm glad. It couldn't go to waste.
Sorry.
Last year I had those thing beers for you, and I left them in the penthouse for free.
I know.
I totally forgot.
We got to make either I need to come down there separate from OAX, or you need to come up here the next time you go to Ohio.
I want to go up there because I mean, we'd have a new place to go drink. We'd probably have like 2 or 3 places to go drink every night for a week, and we never go to the same place.
Oh, 100%, 100%. We wouldn't even tell my favorites.
There we go. That's what we got to do because there's not enough. There's no. Okay, there might be 1 or 2 good breweries around here.
There are good breweries in Orlando. Wolvie fan Rob, there are good breweries in Orlando.
They got to be. I just haven't found one yet. But all right, Chris, always fun, man. and I guess we'll do it next week. But I'm gonna email Jill and Casey, and we're gonna see when we can get them on here. I think that
And
would
the
be a lot of
prof.
fun. And the professor, absolutely. So I think we're at the end of February. So yeah, if we can get both of them, get them to do a standalone show in March, and get Derek on here. Yeah, that's good. That would make
I'm going to be away in April too, so I'll let you know when that is.
Okay, awesome. See, Kazra says road trip, Bill. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, no, I mean, all right, we're gonna
hog time and throw him in the back.
That's right. Hey, after OEX, a week off somewhere at some point would not be a bad thing.
Oh my God, we would have a blast.
Yeah, but how could you work and work out and then drink in the evenings?
I
mean,
won't. I'll
you
take
won't.
off.
You'll take the whole week off. All
I have
right.
unlimited PTO. Don't even worry about that.
All right. There you go. Fly into
All right.
Ohio and rent a car. It's not that bad of a drive.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, man, I do regret that we didn't get to hang out, but I'm glad you're feeling better, man. And
There's more time.
there is plenty more time, definitely.
I'll
Well,
buy
you
my
have,
tickets for next year.
yeah, get them before the discount
Yeah,
ends,
the
man.
deal. The deal.
It's a total deal, 10%
Okay.
off. Yeah, I think by and large the prices stayed the same. I think something went up, but we lowered a price this last year, so I think we raised one price this time around, but it wasn't in the VIP stuff. Those prices stayed the same. So you buy early, 10% off. Come on,
All
that's
right.
that's a deal.
I'm in.
All right, I'll see you later, Chris.
Later, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening for 3 hours. It was a lot of fun. OAX was just a tremendous event. I mean, you know, I can't say shatter expectations, because we always have high expectations for ourselves and what we want out of the show, but it was a special weekend, and trust me, we all felt it, and we knew, we could tell how much everybody appreciated what went into it, the effort to pull it off, and again, just being able to have so many people be there and appreciate it with us. It's made for a tremendous weekend. So I can guarantee you we'll be trying to line up some shows with a few artists and exhibitors, and we'll get those on the schedule as soon as possible. We'll be reaching out to them, to different folks over the next couple of days. So keep an eye on the daily email. Colin will be getting some updates from us, and I know we'll be plugging a few of the channels out there that also have had OAX coverage. I know that over on the Spidey Hits channel, Justin had posted a kind of a walkthrough. It's about an hour video, I think. I think it was preview night, and definitely it was at least from Saturday. The Black Comic Lords did something. Hermit Style had something posted on their channel. And I know there were a few others that I've seen. So either way, there's going to be a lot of content that rolls out of here. We had Jazzy Jamie Wood on the floor doing a lot of recording. I know we're going to be doing some releases related to the Kirby Awards real soon. And so, be looking forward to that. There's just a lot of great content. I mean, that was taken over the weekend that we need to start working on and get out there. So you can see it, but also from all of the other people who were out there videotaping as well. I know Comic Stun was there and did shot a lot of video all 3 days. So yeah, and we'll do our best to kind of get it in front of you as they share it as well. So thank you again for making OAX a tremendous experience for everyone involved on either side of the tables that were there all weekend. It doesn't happen without your support and your energy and enthusiasm. So we'll keep channeling that, and everything will continue to get bigger, better, and more badass, I guess, than it was before. So thank you again, and we look forward to whatever's coming next. You saw what the schedule is. We'll have some programming for you. Have a wonderful night. Talk to you again soon. Good night, everybody.